I'm going to persevere. I'm going to punch through the boundaries. I'm going to become, that person that they say I can't be. And I'm going to be successful no matter what. But even though I have done that, there's still this back here. This song. In the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind. Trying to hit this beat on time. Keep my eyes wide open, looking on the horizon. I'm putting my time in, digging up this mine, searching for a cherry diamond. Looking for these nuggets of truth, I need to find them. But until then, I'll carry on grinding. 1 year older, alcoholic former. I can feel the dark side getting colder. I made a deal with the devil on my shoulder. All I can do to keep the demons in the corner. Give a pig a fish, feed him for a day, but don't take away his bottle of Tanqueray. 1 more drop and we'll be okay. Or maybe I should save it for a rainy day. Take another trip down to Total Wine. Pour another drink in my cup. Drink it all down to the bottom line. All this money, it'll never be enough. Now I think I'm feeling fine, so I polish this rhyme like a diamond in the rough. Try to free my mind, put my nose to the grind, put my pen to the paper when things get tough. Don't believe in the lies of he, cause I'm a super blind man, but I still see the blackest eyes like a black-eyed pea. Words crystallize as I'm flowing on the beat. Look into the water, got my reflection. 5'12" with a mayonnaise complexion. Drink some whale hail from my depression. Captain Ahab on a ship with no direction. I am a man sitting on an island alone with 2 gin bottles and a microphone. Writing my message on a scroll and throw it into the Dead Sea like a skipping stone. Spinning in this vortex unknown. Riding on a wave until I'm home. It's not that deep, but don't look below, cause before you know it, you'll get caught in the undertow. Take another trip down to Total Wine. Pour another drink in my cup. Drink it all down to the bottom line. All this money, it'll never be enough. Now I think I'm feeling fine, so I polish this rhyme like a diamond in the rough. Try to free my mind, put my nose to the grind, put my pen to the paper when things get tough. Now all of a sudden, the camera has been turned back at him. And he's like, wait, no. What do you mean, wait, no? It's your turn, bro. This beat is so Chino. I'm about to go medieval on this American tech reviewer. He's a fucking pedo. Discord server of unspeakable evil gooning out to cuties. Then sweep it up like Vito. Your bank accounts approaching 0. So you hacked into Jay's PC and took his De Niro. Your parents take care of your kids on the D-Lo. Don't listen to your mom, cause what the fuck does she know? Make believe making beats in your parents' home. But make believe don't mean shit on the streets of Rome. Manic episode, now you feel incredible. Do something regrettable, maybe something federal. Your Dropbox is full of photos that are questionable. Don't give a fuck, time to slam another edible. Playing Elden Ring and smoking dope. Stressed by an iPad from Best Buy so you could cope. I would tell you to jump, but you'd break the rope. It's because you're too fat. Now you get the joke. This goes over your head like Evil Knievel. You're acting kind of emo. Cry harder like a baby. Bambino, you're just a childish capo. But I am Gambino. Don't you know who I am? I won workplace at Eva. Time to bring up another Zeno. Say hello to the little friend of Pacino. This is Vegas, son. I'll send you back to Reno. There's only room for 1 mob in this casino.
You guys like pizza? I know I do. I love pizza. I'm Italian. I'm disappointed that since I moved out here to the West Coast, there is not a real authentic East Coast Italian style pizza out here. Would you like to have a pizza party with me? Mamma mia! Make it a pizza pie! Pizza pie! Felipe! Pizza pie! Turn on the ovens! Mozzarella! And delicious! Take it dollars and roll it out the toss in the air! Pizza pie! Make it a pizza pie! Pizza pie! Felipe! Pizza pie! pizza pie. Turn on the ovens.
Salvano cheese, Salvano greasy shit, crazy meat, weird sauce.
The sauce has these big chunks of tomato that are very well seasoned, that are really good. Turn on the ovens and burn all the pizzas. Mamma mia! Make it a pizza pie. Pizza pie. Felipe. Pizza pie. Turn on the ovens. Mozzarella. And delicious. Take it down. Roll it out. Toss in the air. Pizza pie. Make it a pizza pie.
Greasy shit,
Pizza pie. Felipe. Pizza pie.
weird sauce.
Pizza pie. Delicious. Pizza pie. Pizza pie. Pizza pie. Mamma mia. Make it a pizza pie. Pizza pie. Felipe. Pizza pie. Turn on the ovens. Mozzarella. And delicious. Take it down. Roll it out. Toss in the air. Pizza pie. Make it a pizza pie.
Greasy shit,
Pizza pie. Felipe. Pizza pie.
cheese,
Pizza pie. Delicious. Pizza pie.
weird sauce,
Pizza pie.
crazy meat.
Pizza pie. Turn on the ovens. Now on to the more exotic seasonings. These seasonings are catered more towards Italians. If you're not Italian, you don't like these kind of seasonings, you don't have to use them. But I'm Italian and I love it.
It's disappointing to me, and it's sad, but at the same time, you know, it just, once again, all the detractors, they said this was going to happen, and they were right.
Holy shit, Phil. The detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. Your detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. Do you hear yourself right now?
They were right.
Like, we totally fucked him.
No, fuck all that noise. Get you a bottle of gin from Total Wine. Fire up your TV. Drinky gin. Drinky gin. Consequences have actions, Pep. Here's what you gotta do. Drinky gin. Drink a Pepsi later on. Play your fucking WB champions. Consequences have actions, Pep.
Holy shit, Phil. The detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. Your detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. Do you hear yourself right now?
They were right.
Like, we totally fucked him. Stop being a fucking victim. You fucking bitch. You fucking asshole. Own your shit. Own your shit. Own it. Holy shit, Phil. The detractors.
They were right.
Bitch. Holy shit, Phil. Your detractors.
They were right.
Bitch. Holy shit, Phil. Do you hear yourself, bitch?
They were right.
Like, we totally fucked him.
You're still in mission 1. No, I'm not gonna let you lie. I know you're lying. I'm gonna pick on you. I know you're lying. Being dishonest and begging for money. Begging. And people wanting justice. He is not a real person. He's not genuine. He is not honest. He's a scammer. I just see a scammer.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. The detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. Your detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil.
I just see a scammer.
They were right.
Like, we totally fucked him. Alright, I'm done. I'm done.
I understand everything now. I know why there's this hate wave on him, and it's been on him for years. It's because of this bullshit.
Meerkat Mall.
I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I need that. Really need that money. Really need that money. Really need that my bills, the electric bill, the internet bill. Stupid fucking trolls, man. I just want to chill. I rock back and forth. Why actually? I'm fucking voting with you. Good job.
Now, what does the sugar do in the sauce?
Adds sweetness, adds a contrast. If you don't, it's all going to be tartness, and you won't have any
It's going
kind
to be
of sweetness
acidity
to
from
the sauce.
tomatoes.
Right, you'll have
And then
tart,
spice.
tart and its acid and nothing else. All right. So now we got to stir all that in, and then we add our final ingredients and then the meat.
This one's for all my baby girls.
Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian bills. Italian dark side fifth. Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian chill. Italian can't give her a pill. I'm half kind of European mix. European style, Asian fusion style tips. Greasy hair, pasta once a week. It's authentic style, Asian fusion style, Italian.
Guess what else we're going to add?
What?
Sausage. Italian sausage. That's going to go in here too.
I love sausage. I have had many varieties.
Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian bills. Italian dark side fifth. Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian chill. Italian can't give her a pill. Why do you pretend to be Italian? I don't. I'm not full-blooded Italian. That'd be ridiculous for me to claim. I'm a quarter Italian. I am 1/4 Polish, and then I'm half kind of European mix.
A meat store, huh? We should rest after our long and weary journey.
But we've only been walking for 10 minutes.
Enough of your pignosis, pig roach.
And who are you, stationary mage?
Duty.
Duty.
I remember now. I used to have a life, then I got pignatized by this pig roach.
Unearned nonsense.
I'm not going to kill you, pig, but I will give you this.
Where did you send him?
Somewhere he belongs. Somewhere where he will suffer forever. Sorry, girl.
Wait a minute. Where am I? Hello? Now how do I get out of here?
I'm sorry. The Temple of Dibella is closed.
What is up, everybody? It's your boy Duty in the house. Sorry for the dead air. I'm a bit off. I'm telling you right now, Duty's a bit off. I've had a rough couple days. All right, so I'm gonna apologize right now. So if you hear me stammering, if you hear me saying a lot, my apologies. If you see me getting a brain fart, not able to recall words, I'm sorry. No, it's not the gin. It's not the gin. It's really weird. It's hard to explain. It's hard to explain, but I'll try to explain here. So, I guess we could do some duty lore, or we can do some catching up. Let's do a house cleaning segment. All right, there you go. Let's do a house cleaning segment. Man. What's up, Popper? Thank you, Popper, for being a supporter. No, Duty doesn't use. I don't use Ozempic. All right, so. First of all, yes, I apologize if I stammer or seem just confused. I'm just tired. I haven't slept in a couple days. And it's not my fault. You know whose fault it is? J.J.R. Martin. That's right. The fat man. There you go. Duty almost slipped up there. No, yeah, I'm old, but it wasn't that. I'm a little... Yes, I am confused. He's confused. That's right. All right, I got to blame J.J.R. Martin.
AI is a tool.
What's up? Yeah, it is a tool. Exactly. Yes, exactly. I think it's great for memes and stuff like that. I think it's good for that. I think it's also good for it's good for thumbnails, definitely. So, Duty up tweeting a girl man. No. It's J.R.R. Martin's fault. Yeah. So I think I mentioned this not too long ago. Pink Panther, thank you for being a member for 4 months, brother. Game of Thrones, yes. Not season 6, 7, and 8, because that was, 7 and 8 was pure garbage, but the books are amazing. I love the books. I'm a big Game of Thrones fan. I actually have some Game of Thrones tats on my arm. That's right, I have a sleeve dedicated to House Stark. It's an amazing, right? It's an amazing tattoo. I love Game of Thrones. I love the books. The show was pretty good. First 6 seasons were good, then 7 and 8 was just pure slop. But it's really weird. I started rewatching the marathon. I started rewatching Game of Thrones. So I got to season 3, and I completely forgot about an episode that traumatized me. That's right, traumatized Duty. Now, I don't know if you're like this, but normally TV shows, like, I'm not the type of person that when I listen to music, you know, the song is meaningful to me, and it has, no, it's just... Music is just fun to listen to, nothing more. It doesn't touch me, my soul or whatever. I'm not that type of person. Movies too. Movies are just entertainment or whatever. But for some reason, I don't know why, but whenever I watch the Game of Thrones season 3 episode of the Red Wedding, it fucks me up. I don't know why. It fucks me up. Like, it keeps me up at night. I don't know what it is. I think it's the brutality of it. The brutality of the scene of the Red Wedding that really fucked me up. I don't know. It's really weird.
My man, how you feeling? More Salt Wednesday.
I'm exhausted. Oh, what's up, Vanguard? Thank you for being a supporter, brother. I'm exhausted. But other than that, I don't know why. What was the name of Eddard Stark's great sword? It was Ice. Ice. His Valyrian sword was called Ice. Anyway, yes. Ice, yes. I'm a big Game of Thrones fan. Yes, I am. So, but for some reason, I don't know what, dude, I can't tell you why. It's not like it's scary. It's not like it hurts my, it just fucks me up and I can't sleep.
I've never run into this thing before. What is it, a money
really
creature?
Weird.
Yeah, look.
Double Vision, brother. Thank you for being a member. Thank you for the $10. Appreciate that. Money creature.
Hopefully this money creature helps you recover.
It's helping. It is.
Of DSP knowing the creator of Netcode Limau.
It is, brother. It is helping me. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Double Vision. H-Bomb, thank you, brother, for being a member for 5 months. Thank you. By the way, and I will bring that. I will touch on memberships real quick. So. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I completely forgot about it. Like, I didn't pay attention. And then, of course, I was watching the reruns of Game of Thrones. I was doing a marathon. The Red Wedding came up, and it fucked me up. I don't know why. It just fucked me up. It's like sad. It's a bit brutal. I was a big fan of Robb Stark. I really liked the Robb Stark character. So that could be what it is, that he was just brutally killed. And his wife and his mom and all that. So It was pretty traumatic, I think. So what it does is it just keeps me up. It keeps me up. So I've been up the last 3 days. I haven't been able to sleep. So, yeah. No, they didn't deserve the right way. No. His mom did. Kat did. She was a bitch. She deserved everything she got. But not Rob. Rob was a good person. I felt bad for Rob. Yeah, that red wedding scene was insane. So anyway, I watched it the other day. And of course, it didn't bug me right away. But I remembered, I'm like, damn, this is really brutal. That night, couldn't sleep. The next night, couldn't sleep. And last night, I couldn't sleep either. So, I'll be fine. I think talking about it right now helps. That and the momentum. That and the momentum you guys are providing are helping me deal with my trauma.
Money, I really do. I need that money to pay my bills.
Jasper Cat, thank you for the 2.
2 girls, 1 cup.
Yes, exactly. Yes, that traumatizes people. It does. I never watched it. Thank God. I've heard stories. So, yes, it could be traumatizing. So, it's the only movie that ever did that to me. Literally, I mean, I've seen some gruesome shit. Some very gruesome shit. Yeah, this is trauma dumping. I am trauma dumping. But I haven't been able to sleep the last couple days. And it's not like it keeps me up. It's just I can't fall asleep. That's all it is. I guess it's just in my brain. And I think about the scene and the brutality. And I start thinking about the books. And I want to reread the books again. I think that's what it is. So, again, I know this is a long way to tell you that I'm tired, but yes, I'm tired. So hopefully talking about DSP right now will help me. Oberyn and Martell fighting the Mountain is amazing. Yeah. Okay, look. The first 6 seasons of Game of Thrones, there was some stuff in it that I didn't appreciate, but it was well done. I think they adapted it very, very well they adapted the book very well. I hated that they didn't include the Lady Stoneheart arc. That was amazing. They should include that in the books. They should include more content on the Brotherhood. The Brotherhood. Yeah, the Brotherhood. Yeah, the Brotherhood. Is that the name? The Brotherhood. Whatever. Yeah, those folks. Yeah, so it is what it is. Okay, I stick with it. Like Boromir dying with strong scene. Oh yeah, Boromir. Yeah, in Lord of the Rings. Yeah, but Sean Bean dies every movie and show anyway. So he was gonna die. All right, okay. Show needs less song. Oh, and by the way, speaking of, Duty does read books. Occasionally, yes. Speaking of, by the way, are you guys watching The Night of the Seven Kingdoms? Good show. Good show. I like it. First 3 episodes are amazing. Big ups. Yeah, I like it. So if you like Game of Thrones, I like the book, the Duncan and Egg. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yes. Why was the Brotherhood without banners? Yeah, the Brotherhood without banners. That's what I was talking about. The Brotherhood without banners. Exactly. Duty reads a hunger cap. All right. Okay. The only change in his show that really bugged me was that they gave Arthur Dayne 2 swords. Yes. I didn't like that either. That was annoying. It's small. Yes, it's better than House of Dragons. Yeah. House of Dragons, they shouldn't have done House of Dragons. House of Dragons was a waste. What they should have done was they should have done Aegon's conquering of Westeros. That's what they should have focused on. And I want Rob's rebellion. I want a young Ned Stark. I want to see the Battle of the Triton. I want to see Rob go up against Rhaegar. That's what the fuck I want to see. A young Ned Stark. That's what the fuck I want to see. That's what I want to see. So hopefully one day we'll get the we'll get the Robert's Rebellion. That's definitely so. We'll see. But yes, the Tower of Joy. Yeah, that was a hard hitting scene. Yes, that was a very hard hitting scene with his sister Lyanna and stuff. Yes. Duty's a big Game of Thrones fan. I like House of Dragons too. Yeah, Daemon character is really good. I like the way they do the Daemon character. What they should do is end it after the next season. After the battle of basic, I don't want to spoil it, but there's supposed to be a huge battle that happens this upcoming season. So, bunch of people die. Yeah. I can't stop laughing at the Third Reich haircut. Yeah, it is funny as fuck. Battle of Hardhome. Yes, exactly. Battle of Hardhome. Yep. All right. Enough of Game of Thrones. You guys know why I'm exhausted, so don't make fun of me. If you make fun of me, I'm banning all you motherfuckers. Okay. All right, there you go. All right, so what's going on, everybody? We're gonna be talking about some DSP here. It feels like I haven't streamed in quite in a while, so it is February. speaking of February, we have a new month. So just to let you know, the winner of the February giveaway is going to be announced. Excuse me, the January giveaway is going to be announced today. So I'm going to pick it. So if you did put a comment in my post section for the memberships, I'm going to award the $25 gift card today. And then I will post the February giveaway. So if you are a member, just when you see, excuse me, make sure you go. Make sure that you go and that you put a comment in that post, and you'll be entered into a giveaway for $25 of your choice. That's right. So anyway, all right. So that's it. That's all I got. Let's get into some DSP, man. There's so much to cover. I don't even know where to cover DSP. Let's see here. Hold on a second.
Money, subs.
All right, let me go to my section. Whoa, Sabaro's manager, speaking of memberships, just dropped a 10-member bomb. Thank you, brother. I appreciate Sabaro's manager. If you did get a membership, please make sure to thank Sabaro's manager for being a lovely detractor, being very supportive. I appreciate that. This does help Duty sleep at night. It does. Do you think DSP shit his pants? The other shit? No, I don't think so. I don't, he's not He's not that Cyrax yet. He's not there yet. I mean, you know, he might have diarrhea one day and accidentally shit his pants, but no, I don't think so. I don't think so. All right, let's see. Oh, yes, he definitely pooped himself. Oh, no, he probably did. All right, what's up, Mr. Quasahopper? How you doing, man? I hope you're doing well. All right, so we're gonna watch some content. Let me go back. Because the last time I streamed was what, last Thursday? I think it was. Yeah, I think I streamed last Thursday. So we have some content we have to review. Let's see here. And by the way, I did post a whatchamacallit regarding AI. I'm more half and half, slop. Some of it is slop, but AI is a good tool. I think if you use it well, it'll be good. So it looks like for the AI content, 48% said it was half and half slop. 38%. Oh, what the fuck did I do? I screwed something up. AI, I guess it was half and half. AI content is shit. That's 30%. And then good shit, 22%. My bad. I think I fucked that up. See, again, I'm tired. What's up, B-Vaz? How you doing, brother? All right. Okay. And then Cobain, thank you for the 5 Canadian, brother. I appreciate that.
To pay my bills.
Just got a view of the people that call you the Dent King on X and are convinced you pay Ohulamau. ITDB regarded to think so, but PLS duty. Smiley face emoji.
Oh yeah. I don't understand that. People actually think that. Whatever, it's fine, brother. I don't care, man. It's all good. That doesn't bother me that much. I try to ignore the hate. You know what I mean? If people ain't hating you, you know, you're not doing something right? You know, when you make it big when you got your own detractors. That's how I figure it, right? When you make it big, you're gonna bring your own detractors, but whatever. It's all good. Duty doesn't try to focus too much on that. I think some of it is kind of funny. I do have some specific haters, like Katzberg and Agent, and there's one or two of them in there that are like, they're obsessed with me. They're obsessed with Duty streams. They actually follow me. They post everything I say. You know, I have my very own detractors, which is nice. It feels good. They hate us because they hate us. I guess. There you go. That's true. No, I think some of the criticism is legit. It's all good. It's just the ones that, you know, obsess or I don't pay attention too much to those. So anyway, Ludacris hates you. No, Ludacris doesn't really hate me. I guess, you know, whatever. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we talked about Ludacris before. You know, I guess he feels. Though the one thing about Ludacris, I will say, is that I didn't see him post a video regarding that one content creator that called Linda Brunell's mom. I mean, I would think, you know, someone that holds the detractor, the DSP detractor terms of service to heart would have done a video about how that was against terms of service, but we didn't see a video, so I don't know. I guess that's okay. No, Lou doesn't hate me. I know. It's all good. You know what I mean? Camping Dutchman. The Snortex is a large place, and there's tons of you know, there's a tons of places you can go for content. Not everybody has to like everyone. It's all good, man. It's all good. I'm not a fan of the gatekeeping. That's it. I don't like when people gatekeep me. Gatekeep me. That's very fucking. That pisses me off. Dude, is there a video of the phone call? Yeah, yes, there is. It's on. I don't know. I don't want to promote it because I don't agree with the guy doing that. I think that was out of bounds. Now I won't say he shouldn't have done it. That's his business or whatever. I don't really care about that. I just made the decision not to kind of promote it because I wasn't cool with that. But whatever, it's still funny. It's out there. I don't know who the person is. What's the guy's name? I don't know. Whatever. You can go out there and find it, but it's out there. It's like maybe a 20, 30 second. It's like a 20 or 30 second video where he calls his mom and his mom seems a little confused. So I don't know if he took it down. He marked one. Is that what it is? Okay. I don't know if he took it down or he got it taken down. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure someone reported him. So someone probably reported him for posting a personal call or whatever. I don't know. So I'm curious if Linda's hyper aware of online Phil's. No, I don't think she's aware. I think Phil keeps her ass in the dark. So he probably scares her. He probably tells her you can't be online. If you're online, my detractors are gonna hunt you down or something like that. So she probably doesn't even have internet. So, all right, let's see here. I also enjoyed Mark 1 content, especially when he fucked up the cherry pie. Oh yeah, I mean it's all good. I just didn't agree with. I don't know. I mean, his mom's elderly. You know what I mean? Like she has health problems. She's elderly. I don't know. I don't know. It's just some lines that I wouldn't cross. Like I wouldn't cross certain lines, but whatever. It is what it is. But yeah, I'm still waiting for Ludacris to create that video. I'll keep searching his channel to see if he posts that video. But you know, if not, it is what it is, though. Okay, so let's see here. Man, we have so much content to review. Let's go through some of this. Let's hear. So yeah, DSP, man, DSP has been on a storm lately. He's been wage quitting everything under the sun. It's insane. You know what? Let's go to the very beginning because we have so much. We can walk our way back with the content. So, the one thing I want to do highlight is I want to focus on or just talk about real quickly about my my video that I just recently posted. Yeah, she's alive. Yeah, it's good to know that she's alive. I'm glad she's alive. So I did my daily recap of the daily rap, right? And if you guys don't remember, DSP decided to shit all over me because apparently Kat saw a video that I posted where I mentioned that he only made $20 playing whatever. He was playing some game. He made $20, and apparently, you know, Phil got offended because I lied. You know, he claimed I lied. He claimed that the video was deceptive and all this shit, right? And, you know, my point was, look, Phil, you know, you're the one that likes to break down support by segments. You know what I mean? And that's what I did in that video. In that video, what I did was I did a breakdown, and you know, the video title was correct. You know, you only made $20 and you did wage quit that specific game. So what in there was a lie, right? And the funny thing is, if you watched the daily rap today, our boy Phil is actually talking about how he segments out his support now. Now, he talked about how he only made $50. He made $50 on the podcast, which was decent. He made $25 on the Call of Duty streams, which wasn't good. And then Feasting with the Pig brought in another $20. So he's literally sitting there now counting support based on segments. How soon until we start seeing Phil segment out the podcast and the gameplay and start saying that, hey, we need $150 or we need $100 for the podcast, and then we need $150 for the gameplay? How soon until we start seeing that coming? Because I called that a while ago. I called that a couple years ago, is where he started. Yeah, because I'm surprised that, you know, he used to make it a big thing where he used to tell people, well, no, you know, I don't reset the goals because the podcast and the playthrough are one and the same. So I carry over the goals. Remember that phrase? Yes, I'm carrying over the goals. I'm doing everyone a solid, and I'm not resetting the goals, right? I'm not resetting the counter. How soon until we start seeing that shit? Yeah, the anonymous tips. Yes. Anonymous tip. Last night, Anonymous came in and dropped a $50 tip. He only made $100. So, Detractor Clipper. Oh, okay, yeah. Again, I'm not going to promote that video because I just, Me personally, I don't think it's cool. So, but if you want to see it, it's out there. If you want to search it, you can definitely find it. It's like a 20-second clip. It's on Twitter too. So if you want to watch it. No, Rocklow, it's all good, brother. No. I mean, if you want to post the link, go ahead. I don't care, man. It's all good. It doesn't bother me. All right. I know, Rocklow, you were just being informative. Yes, I get you, brother. The Fruitastic Morning Show featuring Phil Bonneau. Yeah, oh god, we talked about the morning show when he came out with that nonsense. The morning show was just for him to kind of deflect against me clipping his unrecorded beg segment. That's all it is. Pretty soon he's gonna actually do a segment for the night stream, because the night stream, the unrecorded beg segment, he doesn't clip that, so he'll definitely clip that. All right, so let's man, there's so much to feast on. There's so much to feast on. What should we feast on first? Cam, brother, thank you for being a member for 2 months.
Subs. There was over $100 in on tips for SF6 plus no goal hit.
There was over 100 anonymous tips. Yes, of course. Dude, it's either OIC or Phil's making this shit up. And the way he's been doing it lately is I believe that he's been making this shit up. Yeah, I think the tips are made up. I don't think. Oh, the Wally rant. Oh, God, the Wally rant was amazing. You know what? Let's focus on what happened yesterday. I think let's focus on what happened. That's racist, TJ. But that's okay. TJ is an urban style individual. So he's allowed. So what's up? Thank you, TJ. I appreciate you being a member for 10 months. Damn, I didn't know you were a member for 10 months. Good God. Thank you, brother. All right. So let's go back and watch some of the content. Let's see here. Yeah, hold on a second. All right, let's you know what? Let's focus on what we did yesterday, because we got a shit ton to focus on. Yes, our boy Phil is actually now blaming the Julian calendar for Street Fighter being shitty. All right, the business has returned. All right, here it is. We're gonna watch this. All right, let's do this. What's the name of the music you're currently playing? I don't know. I got this from Altstream. So this is just some background music from Altstream that I clipped and I used it. I don't know what it's called.
I need why such.
All right, let's get into it, folks.
Someone tipped $1.97. Don't ask me why such a weird amount.
Give me 1 second, guys.
I DoorDash a couple times.
I'm gonna let this play. Give me 1 second.
DoorDash meals. What about DoorDashing stuff like eggs and toast? My friends give me a hard time and say I'm wasting money, but I earn good thoughts. First of all, if you're gonna send a tip like that and ask a question, try to ask one formulated question. Dude, you asked me like 3 different things rapid fire. Here's my thoughts on food delivery, not just DoorDash, but food delivery. Okay? First off, no, I don't think that anyone should be DoorDashing or food delivery on every meal. It's too expensive. I can tell you firsthand, as someone who usually around once a week gets food for DSP Tries It for the show, and about once a week orders on my day off so that my wife and I aren't cooking every other day, because we cook every meal except on the days when I have off. We'll usually order one meal, and then if I do DSP Tries It that day, I'll also order a meal. If I didn't do DSP Tries It at all, we'd only be ordering at most once a week for the day off, and then when we go out on our day off, we don't order. We actually eat at a restaurant. So it's not super often or anything like that, although admittedly, it may even be more often than the average person. I don't know how much people are really ordering in, okay? Here's what I can tell you. It's way more expensive because, number one, just the base cost of any food you order is marked up. So, for example, today, we're going to be ordering Shake Shack for DSP Tries It, and I'm going to do a burger, the chicken bites, and a shake, right?
Goals, huh?
Every single one of these is marked up a significant amount. Like the burger is like $13 and change. I guarantee you if you get it at the store, it's like $10. So they're marking it up multiple dollars. You know, that's probably what, like a fourth of the cost of the item? That's huge, like 25% markup just on each individual item. Then, depending on if you're part of the subscription program or not, they're going to charge you fees on top of the markup for the delivery service, okay? That fee actually is based on the amount in your cart. So the more you order, the more you pay. I want you to think about that too. Oh, I decided to order a feast for my family. Oh, I spent like $70. Oh, now there's a $15, $20 fee on top of that. For what? What extra service are you providing to me because I ordered more food. Zero, nothing. But they charge more anyway because they just do. Okay? Then on top of that, there's a driver. And the driver has to deliver your food, and you actually have to tip the driver. So there's a markup on everything you're buying. Then there's another fee that makes no sense whatsoever. And then there's the tip. So if you were to actually go to the store and buy the food, for example, today, if I were to drive all the way to Shake Shack, which is pretty far away from me, and buy the burger and the bites and the shake, probably, I would guess, I'd probably get them all for under 20 bucks. But because I'm going to order them delivery today because I'll be streaming and I need it delivered so I don't have to stop the stream and go drive half an hour and drive half an hour back, I'm probably, no exaggeration, going to end up paying $20 extra. So I'm going to pay almost double to get this food delivered to me today.
All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry about
Show.
that.
Okay? So, this is really crazy that people are doing it regularly. Someone who said, I don't cook, I just order. Are you insane? Are you actually fucking crazy? There's literally no justification for doing that besides the convenience of having the meal made for you and the fact that you're too lazy to make your own food. Now, I get it. You might argue, well, Phil, you're ordering Shake Shack today. You can't make Shake Shack at home. Fair enough, you're right. I couldn't make the Korean barbecue menu from Shake Shack at home. I have to get it from the store. It's something unique, right? But if you're ordering every single meal delivered, likely you're ordering more commonplace things than just the Shake Shack special menu like I'm doing today for DSP Tries It. And in addition, let's be honest.
Bro, how many times did this motherfucker has ordered McDonald's or Wendy's? Literally, how many times has he ordered fucking McDonald's and Wendy's? It's insane. I mean, again, Phil, bro, okay, this is the man who actually admitted, not too long ago, he admitted this to PPP, that he would order DoorDash at night. He would order the ice cream from DoorDash at night because him and his wife loved to lay in bed and eat ice cream. It would be their gourmet ice cream, snack ice cream, right? That's literally what he would do. And what, 2 ice creams, ordering it from, that's going to run you, what, 15 or 20 bucks just for 2 ice cream. I mean, it's insane. Again, Phil, you just write message, because I do agree with the whole DoorDash. I think it's nonsense. You know, if you want to do it every so often, fine. But these people that order DoorDash for every meal, that is insane. But again, Phil, you cannot talk. You literally cannot talk. There are certain aspects of your life that you should just not address, like gambling, alcoholism, just being a hypocrite in general in your entire life. I mean, these are just certain things, Phil, that you should not have any commentary on, because you're a hypocrite, brother. Like, you can't talk about DoorDash, especially when it is documented. I mean, if you look at his bankruptcy file, I mean, when the bank leaks came out, he literally spent, I think, like $4,500 just in that time period of the bank leaks on DoorDash. On fucking DoorDash. Yes. This is a man that on his day off, he orders DoorDash for breakfast, and he also orders DoorDash for dinner. So right there alone, I mean, the man is literally spending probably about like $100 just on his day off, alone for DoorDash every single fucking week. $100 on one day. That's literally like $5,200 in a year. Just on one day of fucking DoorDash. Easily $50 for these two motherfuckers. You know, the way he orders food, where, you know, he simply doesn't order 1 meal per person. He's ordering like 6 meals. So, you know, he's spending up to between $50 and $100 minimum, bro. But yeah, okay. I'm not going to say that he orders every meal from DoorDash. I don't think he does that. I'm not going to say he does that, but I'm pretty sure he's doing it anywhere between 4 and 5 times a month. I mean, 4 or 5 times a week, he's ordering DoorDash, whether it be breakfast, lunch, or dinner. I'm pretty fucking sure of it. So, I mean, he doesn't he pay for doesn't he pay for the subscription, where if you pay a monthly fee or whatever, you know, it's like Netflix or whatever for DoorDash. Didn't he pay for that? I thought he got that. I'm pretty sure he fucking did. So again, man, Phil, wrong person, brother. Right message, wrong person, brother. You should not be talking about anything when it comes to spending money on DoorDash, because you, brother, you spend thousands every fucking year on DoorDash, bro. And you, of all people, you know, you talk about how financially strapped you are, you know, or you used to talk about how financially strapped you were. And you used to order you probably ordered DoorDash more back in the day when you were broke versus than what you do now. I guess you learned the lesson finally. I don't know. Psycho said, I worked at McDonald's a couple years ago, and the DoorDash driver I saw picking orders up made me not ever want to order DoorDash. Yeah, man, yeah. I mean, some of these fucking DoorDash drivers, their cars are disgusting. Can you imagine having your food transferred? No. But it's not even that. It's just the cost alone isn't worth it. Like, you're paying almost double for what you know what I mean? Like, if you go to McDonald's, it's half the price if you just drive over to pick it the fuck up.
Most meals that you would order for delivery are unhealthy, okay? Not to say that there aren't healthy options. There aren't like vegan restaurants or vegetarian places, or you can get like a salad, or they do have heart healthy menus, smart menus at restaurants where you can get like chicken breast or, you know, lighter options with less oil and less grease and less cheese and less fat. I get that, right? But that's not common. That's the exception to the rule. Oh, and by the way, the healthier options are even more expensive to order from a restaurant. Optimally, what you want to do is have a rotation of meals that you can make at home that are easy to make, but are flavorful and healthy for you. And if you are someone who lives alone, that you can make in batches, right? You can make a big amount of it, and then you can portion that out so you're not cooking every single day. Some days you can take a break from the cooking because you made enough for multiple meals, okay? That's the ideal way to do it. Now, not everyone can do that. Personally, when I was a bachelor and I was single and I was a
because
YouTuber,
he's gay.
I find it.
That's why he talks like a valley girl.
Pretty frustrating because number one, there was no delivery services back then, so
Oh
I had
my
to
lord!
drive
So
to
you
the
have to
restaurants
drive.
to get
Yeah.
the food.
Oh, the tragedy.
And I looked into cooking and
Back
I
in
tried
my
cooking,
day.
and it was too time consuming. It was actually too much of a mess to have to clean up the kitchen every day after cooking just for me. It just wasn't worth it. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can't dump bacon grease in the toilet every day. It's not good for your toilet. Okay, so I can see the struggle there, Phil.
Yeah, I found myself driving to local fast food places almost daily in order to eat when I was a YouTuber back in those early days, like 10, 15 years ago. Okay. Today, I'm happily married, right? My wife is a great cook. She's found very healthy meals to
You don't
make
have
for
a
us.
wife, brother.
We have
You're
a
wifeless.
variety of them that we can variate between. And it's worked out. I mean, you could tell just from the weight loss and how much more healthy I am. So that's the ideal, but not everyone has the ideal situation. You know what I mean? I'm okay. Like, for example, if you're someone who maybe once or twice a week, you don't have the means to keep making meals every day. You don't have the time. You just need something fast. I get it. Ordering the food once or twice a week, that makes sense to me. But literally ordering every meal that you eat delivery, number one, you are blowing insane amounts of money. Like I just said, you're paying almost double for every meal. That's nuts.
I need that money. I really
Says
do.
the man who, at minimum, if you listen to what he
Was
says,
too
he
much
orders
work to clean
DoorDash
up
3 times
after
a week.
myself, WTF.
Yes, it's very difficult. Washing, you know what I mean? Like, it's very difficult to clear a plate and put it in a dishwasher. Or in Phil's watching, it's very difficult to grab a paper plate and throw it in the trash. Yes, that's right. Getting paper utensils, plastic forks, and dumping it in the trash is extremely difficult for DSP. Good Jesus. GBRC, thank you, brother, for the 2. Appreciate it. It rings so fucking hollow. Because if this was someone who actually had some credibility that wouldn't do, you know what I mean? And again, this is a man who had to stop his stream several times because his cat was trying to take a shit or a piss and couldn't because the litter was so full. Come on, Phil, man, get out of here. Just stop, man. You, brother, should never be talking about this shit ever. It's just beyond hypocritical.
That anyone would think in a rational mindset, that's what I should be doing, pay double for my food. Quite frankly, it's laziness and it's convenience.
It's you, Phil.
That it's just installed convenience. And what I mean by that is people have gotten to the point where they just think.
From the man that ordered everything off of Amazon.
I think it's commonplace. They've normalized not putting effort into anything and getting instant gratification. But that's not how life works. In life, you need to work hard to earn something good. So if you want to be healthy and you want to be happy, You got to work for it. It doesn't just get handed to you. So you have to learn how to cook. You have to learn how to go shop properly, buy the healthy ingredients, make the batched meals so you're not cooking every day. You know what I'm saying? But people just want instant everything.
How many fucking times has this guy said that Cat fucked up dinner and they had to order DoorDash? How many times has he said that? He does that at least once every 2 weeks, which of course is a lie because Cat's not there. I'm pretty sure what it is that whatever the fuck he made was disgusting and he didn't feel like eating it, so he ordered DoorDash.
I want any effort. I just want it now, and I want it immediately. So I'll just pay out the ass for it. And these people are eating.
Yes, from the man who would literally tell his viewers, give me the $150 now because I'm playing Street Fighter and I'm not going to be able to pay attention when I'm playing Street Fighter. Yes, he's talking about, you know, instant gratification.
This clown disgustingly eating slop, and he wants to talk about being healthy and not ordering out. Delusional.
Exactly. Now, what he'll, Weary Traveler, thank you for the vibe. What he'll argue is, well, he's making content. You know, this is for his job, so he's forced to order DoorDash. No, get the fuck out of here, Phil. I'm sorry. I remember this guy when he had the goals. He would literally sit there and use his obese wife and say that his obese wife was tired and, you know, she didn't want to cook and that, you know, she had a hard day of work and that that they should give him $150 just so that he can hit his 10 goal streak. So that he can then order DoorDash. Literally, this is what the man used to do. But of course, he memory hold all this shit. He memory hold the last year and a half out of his life. Like this guy, I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. Is it Alzheimer's or what? Or he's just delusional and he needs to memory hold his shit because, you know, if he does realize what he's saying, you know, it may fuck him up. Like it may make his head explode. Or what I think it is really is just he's a delusional motherfucker. He just really is. He's delusional. And, you know, he's, again, very similar to Cyrax where, you know, nope, that never happened. Nope, I'm the king. I'm a rock star. Everyone loves me. You know, I'm great. You know, I'm very successful. You know, it's just that it just he has to believe that lie. Because if not, you know, if he really sits down and really has an honest assessment of who he is, he might want to Minecraft himself, really.
Eating these meals every day, and
he's
they're
very
becoming
delusional.
Incredibly unhealthy. By the way, my camera is moving. I think I hit the tripod. I'm gonna have to fix that in a second. I noticed the camera just moved.
Autism on full effect here.
But yeah, these people are becoming incredibly unhealthy. They're sitting around every single meal eating this crazy stuff.
Says the man with gout,
never should
gout
they
and
have been eating
diabetes.
to begin with. Right? This is not even stuff that's good for their bodies. Yet they're putting it into their bodies every meal. And then they're paying double for it. And that's America. Like, I mean,
that's DSP.
It's funny because my wife brings this up all the time.
That's DSP.
One of my wife's favorite animated movies of all time is Wall-E. Did you ever see the movie?
Oh, this is great.
The premise of
first of all, he gets the premise of Wall-E completely fucking wrong. 100% wrong. That wasn't Wall-E that he watched. But let's hear him explain Wall-E.
Wall-E is that Wall-E is a robot that wakes up in a post-apocalyptic future.
Not true. That did not happen. He did not wake up. Wall-E was a robot created to clean trash. And that's what he did every day. He basically got up every day and he cleaned up trash. Apparently in Wall-E, before the humans left, they put out hundreds of thousands of robots that essentially just cleaned every day. That's what Wall-E did.
But it doesn't know what its purpose is. It's like confused. And so it starts to search.
No, he's not confused. He's literally a robot that becomes a little bit self-aware. That's what it is. It's a great movie, it is. He becomes self-aware and he becomes a bit lonely. Okay? It's a little bit deeper than he just, you know, oh God. Anyway, all right, let's keep going.
Around for what am I here for? You know, what am I, you know, and as it searches the environment, okay? What it finds is that all humans have become completely lazy.
No, that did not fucking happen at all. What the fuck are you talking about? There was literally no one on Earth, Phil. There was no one on Earth. The only time he actually saw people was when he was on the ship. When they brought him on the ship, when he met the girl robot or whatever. That's the only time he saw fat people, you know, hovering around. Okay, Phil? This has, again, wrong. Eve, there he is. Eve, yes.
Fat blobs, not kidding. That's the plot of the
Your
movie.
wife? Like
They
your wife?
sit there in a chair, and the chair just does everything for them. It bathes them. It feeds them. It brushes their teeth. It commands everything around them. Like, basically, the human body doesn't even do anything anymore. The brain just kind of controls everything remotely, and you don't have to do anything with any effort.
No. Again, Phil, they didn't have brain powers. They didn't have telekinesis. They essentially, everything was automated. Maybe that's what you might want to say, Phil. Again, completely wrong. He clearly didn't watch this movie. Or when Kat was sitting there watching it, you know, eating her DoorDash, he was on his phone. He was on his phone playing WWE Champions.
Effort whatsoever. That's your life. But what's happened is, because everything became automated and easy, the entire world ended. Like, no one could actually do anything, so everything fell apart.
Not true, Phil. Completely wrong. Again, you're wrong. What happened was that the planet, it was basically a commentary. The movie was a commentary on capitalism. Unfettered capitalism, where people would buy in bulk, people would buy more, they would waste. Nothing became recyclable. It was cheaper just to throw it away and buy a new one. Like, you know, kind of what's happening today. Okay? All right? That's kind of what's happening here. And then they polluted the planet to the point where they had to leave the planet. That's the point of the movie, Phil, okay?
And now we're in an apocalypse, right? And it's funny because I don't think the movie was meant to be prophetic in any way. But here we are in 2026, and look what we've got going on around us, right? We've got people who are spending 1/3 or more of their income on DoorDash delivery food every day because they don't want to be bothered to learn how to cook, right? We've got cars that are starting to self-drive, so you won't even know how to get yourself around anymore. And we got AI that's...
Okay, a man who self-proclaims and tells everyone that he goes out once a week, that he orders DoorDash, everything gets Amazon shipped to him. He's literally talking shit about people that like to make, that like convenience, because that's what it is. Most people just do it out of convenience. And he's literally sitting here shitting on people and saying those people are terrible. And he lives his life in this fashion. Literally lives his life in this fashion.
Doing important things for us that we should know how to do for ourselves, now doing all these tasks. Like, did you not fucking see Wall-E? Like,
apparently you didn't apparently you didn't see Wall-E, Phil. You need to rewatch the movie.
Yep. Why don't we find dinosaur DNA and start mass cloning dinosaurs and just throw them into the streets and see what happens?
Oh, Jurassic Park. Okay, Phil.
Anyway.
Clever.
Yeah, pretty messed up. And no Pavlov's dogma, you retard. I'm not describing myself in any way, shape, or form.
Yes, you are.
I eat healthy. I work out.
Phil, yes, you are, brother. You're describing yourself to the T. You're describing your obese wife to the T, brother. You tell us every fucking week that, you know, out of every 10 times that you go outside, your wife might go with you once. So again, brother, your wife is the fat person hovering around the house. And you are the other person, okay? And you're fat yourself, right, brother? Come on, you're fat yourself. Look at them big titties.
I literally just explained how at most I order delivery twice a week.
Lie.
Usually it's once a week, if that, because sometimes I go out and eat with my wife on our days off. We don't order the food.
Lie.
You're a retard. But thanks for the super chat, retard.
He's really loving throwing out that retard word a lot. He's gonna get slammed one of these days for that. That's a no-no word. Calling someone a retard is a no-no word on YouTube. And you keep going there, Phil. One day you're gonna say it, someone's gonna mash report you, and that one person that does the review is gonna look at that video and gonna do something. Gonna give you either a community guideline strike or is gonna remove your monetization. But you keep doing that, Phil. Yes, his very own supporters have mental disabilities, and physical disabilities.
So anyway,
yes, I mean, I think it pissed me.
That was just a fascinating.
It pissed me off because one, he's a hypocrite, and two, he got the story completely wrong. He got the facts of the story completely wrong.
An article, because like I said, I'm reading this article, and I'm starting to read everyone's responses. Right here, you want to see some of them? Because I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay. So I'm starting to read some of the responses that were coming in from.
Again, this is a fine example of Phil being lazy.
Just breathing. Chick be snoring and ain't be sleep.
Yes, that's right. That's why she probably, if she is in the snort fort, she probably just stays on the first floor because walking up the steps is too difficult for her. BVAF, thank you, brother, for the 5. Now, again, this is DSP here, right? You would think, right, that he would go and find this actual article and read it a little bit more. Like, actually read it. No, he's such a lazy motherfucker that he consumes all his news from Twitter. His whole life is Twitter and YouTube. Like, you know, it's too much. You know, he can only read at max 180 words. I mean, that's the max he can actually read. Anything more than that is too much for Phil. He never actually goes and actually reads the article because sometimes the heading of the title that someone posts might be actually different than the content of the story. You know what I mean? There have been tons of stories that I read the title and then I read the body and I was like, what the fuck are they talking about? That title is wrong. Either it was clickbait or it was wrong or, you know, it was speculative. But no, he takes everything for gospel that he finds on Twitter. And it just goes to show how lazy this motherfucker is. No, God forbid I actually click a link, go to a website, and actually read the story for myself. I rather, you know, chat GPT and get a summary of it.
From people, okay? Zoomers and millennials, okay? Crying about downsides of delivery while still ordering delivery reeks of celebs lecturing about stolen land while they live on stolen land.
Yeah, you know why that's funny? Because it's true. It's very hypocritical. It's very hypocritical. Billie Eilish has the big-ass property in L.A. that was actually previously owned by Native Americans. And then going up and talking about how we stole land or we're living on stolen land. It's a bit hypocritical. That's why people were shitting on Billie Eilish for saying that. It's just like you, Phil. It's like you shitting on people for ordering DoorDash, but yet do the same exact thing. It's like you shitting on people for being lazy, yet you do the same thing. It's you shitting on people becoming obese because they're becoming lazy because of automation, and yet you have a big obese wife at your, you know, in your house. Oh, yeah, I know, Derek. That's never going to happen. I don't even think the podcast is ever going to happen.
I'm trying to find... There was a good comment. All right.
Yes.
I can't find it now, though, because this is the problem with X. That actually frustrates me.
No, Phil, there's something there, brother, that's called bookmarks. You can actually bookmark any post there, and that's what it's there for. So when you go back... See, again, this is Phil being fucking lazy and refusing to learn anything. Literally, you can bookmark any tweet that's out there so that you can go back to it. There's actually a section in your whatchamacallit that shows your bookmarks. So if you bookmark something, Phil, again, I guess that's too difficult for you. If you bookmark something, you can go back and reference it, but you're too fucking lazy to do that.
So what happens is when you use X, they'll have trends here, and you'll click on a trend, and you'll read through all the stuff. You'll be like, oh, this is great. And then all of a sudden, you go back to it later, it's gone. Where the fuck is the trend? It deleted itself. And there's no way to get the trend back. You'll search for it. You won't find it.
No, you idiot. It didn't delete it. What it did was the way it shows your tweet is the most recent one. Or if you're reading a trending story, if it's no longer trending, it's not going to show what's trending at that given point, Phil. So you're the idiot. Again, Phil, you can always bookmark these things. That's why the functionality is there. You can bookmark it, or you can actually... Oh, no, just bookmark it. Good Jesus.
Find it. It's just very frustrating the way X works, because this is all automated bullshit. And it's all AI run. Again, another thing, AI running everything for us,
AI.
right?
Again, I can't stand Phil. I really can't. I really can't. He needs to take the generic ass fucking talking point and always jump on it. He's talking about DoorDash and being a hypocrite, right? And now he's jumping on, oh, that AI. Yes, AI is terrible. It's garbage. Yet, literally every thumbnail he's created for like the last week has been AI generated. Again, Phil. And then someone points that out and he's like, oh, no, you're an idiot. What are you talking about? You fucking guy, man.
How about I just fucking get the thing to show up? See, you can't. Stuart says bookmark it next time. You can't bookmark trends. When you click on them, all it does is it shows the AI summary and it shows...
Yes, you fucking idiot, but when you see a post, you can bookmark the post. You just said you saw a post earlier and now it's gone. If you would have bookmarked it because maybe you were thinking, forward thinking and saying, oh, you know what? I'm going to talk about this on my podcast. Let me bookmark this so that when I reference it, I can easily find it. And I'm not spending 10 minutes on my fucking podcast or whatever the fuck this is, the morning show, looking for one comment. Just move on, brother. If you don't have it, you just say, oh, it's an interesting comment. Let me move on. And then move on. Don't go searching for it.
Shows all the articles. But the one article that, or the one comment that someone had made, okay, which was the one that I actually wanted to use, but it's not there anymore. Who knows, you know, was what's happened is now we have a generation of people, younger people, who, to them, this kind of behavior is normalized. They never grew up in a situation where they had to work for everything. That stuff was hard to get, and they had to struggle. So to them, it's
talking from a guy who lived in upper middle class life, where his dad was pretty well to do. His dad was very established. His dad was educated, had a very good job. His mom stayed at home and worked part time. Went to a private school, both elementary, high school, and attended a private school where it was all funded and paid for. But yeah, he wants to sit here and talk about how, you know, people don't live. No one's lived a rough life. They had it too easy. Okay, Phil. All right, brother. You're the only one that I know online here that actually, you know, had their dad get them a job. Okay. All right, Phil. You're the only one, brother. You're the only one, you know, enjoying nepotism there, Phil.
It's normalized to spend a third of your income for food delivery. They're like, what are you talking about? That's correct. That's fine. That's what it is. But that's why we're upset that food cost is going up. It's like, yeah, but if food cost is going up, then you're supposed to find ways to cut corners and save money, not just sit around complaining that the cost of food went up. So instead of ordering the food, start making your own meals. Oh, no. No. What are you talking about? That's how I live, and I'm justified. I should be able to, because, well, number one, aren't you aware that I'm employing someone? Someone has a job because of me, because I'm ordering all of my food. I always tip well, right? So that's fine. You know, that's good. And my palate has been expanded. I have cultural respect for everyone now because I've had their cuisines and I like their cuisines now. Like, they'll justify the bad behavior, even though it's obviously apparent that the bad behavior is self-created. But they grew up like this. So to them, this is normal stuff. You know, it's like, that's crazy to me that there's an entire generation of people who, like, don't understand how to survive for yourself because everything's become so automated that now you just, you know what I mean? Like, you just pay for everything. Like, well, I eternally have no money, but it's because I'm constantly dumping all of my money on this nonsense. I'm paying double for every meal because I'm too lazy to learn how to make my own at home. Even though it's easy to do, it just takes a little bit of effort and research. And stop being so goddamn lazy.
And the phrase bad behavior.
Good God. Thanks, Des, for being a member for 3 months, brother. I appreciate it. What is with Phil and the phrase bad behavior? Well, because he thinks he's this wise old sage who lived a very rough life when he was younger, and he persevered, and he managed to become a responsible adult. And he feels like, well, look, you know what a lot of this is? A lot of this has to do with Phil hating the fact that he's a Lolcow. That's what it is. That's really what it is. Trust me, because if there would have been the classification of a Lolcow, right? Let's say that doesn't exist, being a Lolcow. And let's just say that, you know, the vast majority of the internet didn't clown on Phil. Does he really think or give a shit what other people would do? He wouldn't give two shits. The entire world can burn, and he can give two shits. He couldn't care less. You know, as long as his shit was getting done, as long as he was getting his DoorDash, as long as everything was working perfectly fine and didn't impact his life, he wouldn't give a shit, which is really how his life is now, you know. But he feels like, oh, you know, I need to rehab my image on the internet. So I can't have people thinking I'm a Lolcow. I have to force people to believe that I'm a mature adult, and my Lolcow days were back in the day. That's when I was a young youth of 35. You know, I'm not a Lolcow now. You know, that was when I was a child. I was a 35-year-old child, right? So that's why he does these segments. You know what I mean? He just wants to show like, oh, look at me. I'm a responsible adult, and I have a family, and I have bills, and I have this, and I wouldn't spend all my money on DoorDash. You know, but again, Phil, you do. I'm not saying you spend all your money on DoorDash, but you spend a significant amount of your money on DoorDash. And you found a new fucking habit lately where it's not DoorDash. It's now fucking Amazon. You know, buying shit from Amazon. Again, it's just hypocritical. I think if Phil would just shut his mouth up and not say shit, no one would give a shit. Again, I don't agree with people ordering DoorDash as much as they do, but who the fuck am I? That's their money. If they want to go broke buying DoorDash, knock yourself the fuck out. I don't give a shit. But yet he has to sit here and morally grandstand that he's better than people because he doesn't order DoorDash as much as other people. You still order DoorDash, you lazy fucker. How many times have you ordered Wendy's, which is literally not even half a mile from your house? Wendy's is literally right down the block from his fucking house. He can walk there. He can walk and walk back, and he orders every single fucking time for DoorDash. It's just insane, man. But I think that's why he comes off and he tries to act like, oh, I need to impart wisdom on people. Easy. You know what you do, Phil? You look at Phil, you look at his life, and you just do the opposite. You do that. I think if most people, if you look at DSP and treat him as a case study of what not to do with your life, you'd be okay. Your life would be perfectly fine if you took that one lesson. If you took any advice from me, pay attention to how DSP lives his life and then do the opposite. And I bet you will be a successful person. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Thank
Walk
you
in there.
to,
The distractors
Lance
may attack him.
Catamaran
Yeah, that's right.
For a subscription over on Kick. That's our first legit one of the day. Not to say that my trolls don't gift subs. They do because they're stupid, but I don't shout those out.
Let's take him at his word here. Let's just say he only DoorDashes twice a week, right? Let's take him at his word, okay? That is a minimum of $100 a week. $100 a week. $100 a week. That's $5,400 a year. It's nearly half of $10,000. $5,400 just on DoorDash. That doesn't include the shit that they spend on groceries. All right? That's almost as much as I spend on fucking groceries. And I have 4 people in my house. And I literally spend on average about $180 to $200 every fucking week. Literally, brother. $150 to $200 depending on what I'm getting. Jesus. And he thinks it's perfectly fine because he only DoorDashes twice a week. Which is a lie. We know he ordered DoorDashes more than that. You know. And the thing is, he's so scummy. Like, if you were to show him proof, like, no, Phil, you order more than twice a week, right? You know, and you say, well, what about all the times that you order McDonald's ice cream for a snack? You know, your snack ice cream before you go to bed. Because he literally said that. He said him and his wife enjoy ordering McDonald's ice cream and sitting in bed and eating it together. He literally said that, okay? If you bring up that fact to him, he'll sit there and try to justify it and say, well, that wasn't dinner. That was just a snack. So it's not the same thing. But no, motherfucker, you ordered it from DoorDash. Regardless of whether you were ordering food, whether it was for dinner or a snack, or whether you were just ordering tampons, it doesn't matter. You still use the DoorDash service. June, July. Alrighty, that was the fun. I'll be going to Japan in mid-June. So yeah, I talked about that before. If I go there, I'm gonna do some pictures. I got a video idea coming up. Yes, yeah. Duty will talk about that when it gets closer. All right, okay. So that was the DoorDash rant, which was insane. Good Jesus. All right. I posted this video about rollback netcode. I want to watch this one because I'm going to try to do other touristy spots. Yes, I'm going to Japan. I'm going to Japan for like 2 weeks. It's supposed to be my daughter's graduation present. So let's watch his meltdown over here where he had on about rollback netcode, and let's see him regurgitate the lie again about the Cannon brothers.
I really do. I need that money.
BVAV711, thank you for the
Why
5, brother.
doesn't he get Ket to pick it up? He never answers that question.
Because
Doesn't
she's
make
not
sense as to why
there.
She doesn't.
Because she's not there. No, I'm not going on any. It's just me and my daughter. My daughter is graduating from college this year, and that'll be a present. We're going to go to Japan for 2 weeks. So she wants to mainly just do Tokyo. I want to do more of the touristy spots. So we'll compromise. So that's why we're going for 2 weeks. So should be a lot of fun. I'm very excited. I've never been to Japan. So let's watch Phil. Let's watch Phil lie about his interaction with the Cannon brothers. This is always a great one, brother. This is always great because you know it's full of nonsense. And some of you guys that watch alt, you guys can chime in. You sound way younger than you are. I'm 50, brother. I'm an old man, Astro. Yes, I am 50. I'm an old man. I sound young. I look young too. Dude, he's a very handsome man. Remember to take a yokai kitty home. Oh, you can't take those cats home, can you? You can't mess with those cats. I thought it was like illegal to fuck with those cats. Like you have to leave them alone. Yeah, I'm an old man. Dude, he's old, yes. I don't think you can fuck with those cats. Like you have to leave them alone. Like you'd be nice to them, you could pet them and feed them and stuff, but I don't think you could take one of those cats away. I'll definitely be visiting them. I'll be visiting them and petting the kitties. So yeah, dude, he's an old man. All right, so we're gonna watch his lie yet again. Now, real quick, you guys that watch alt and watch his Density Scrolls and all that, you guys can probably provide more insight into this because I know alt covered this before about this conversation of the SRK forums and Phil lying about the interaction he had with the Cannon brothers, where they admitted to him, yes, they're scamming people, but don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone because they're trying to make money. All right, let's watch this rant. Yeah, all should grow with the lore, yes.
I really, really do. I need that money. I really need.
All right. And by the way, I did talk to Alt. I talked to Alt about a month ago. He did give me the scoop on Japan, so he told me where to stay and kind of what to check out and stuff like that. So thank you all. Big ups all for helping me with the Japanese style lore.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Thank you, Stalking Tiger, for $13. He says, I watch a lot of your matches of Street Fighter 6 on the replay. You mash a lot on incorrect inputs. Wrong. The replay is representative of what the server thinks you did. That's past the netcode. That's not what you've actually done. There were times when I'm playing and I literally did uppercut and the game gave me nothing. And then the server would say, you never pressed the button, but you heard me click it on stream. When you read those, when you see those...
Okay, first of all, hearing versus what you actually clicked, Phil. I challenge you, Phil, if you're watching, because we know Phil likes to watch this podcast. Your next Street Fighter, brother, you got like 13 cameras, right? Why don't you set up a finger cam? And no, I don't mean that kind of fingering, but a finger cam, right? Where you actually have a camera pointing to your controller so that we can see which buttons you press. So when you scream about it dropped your input or you didn't get the input or whatever, we can actually go back and actually see what you pressed. And then, there are a couple of content. Cat Troller's still out there. Big up to Cat Troller. I haven't seen him in a while. I know he used to do the Street Fighter breakdowns. Yes, crotch vision. We'll get some crotch vision going in. Cat Troller used to do some breakdowns where he would get the footage. He would get I know it's gross, I'm sorry. He would get the footage because I don't know if you know, if you go to Street Fighter, you can actually pull up all the matches that Phil had, I think to a certain point. And you can actually see what he inputted and all that stuff. So what Cat Troller used to do is he used to go back, look at the stream to see what Phil pressed. And, he used to do a breakdown of the actual replay, which were really cool. So why don't you do a crotch cam, Phil, and show us exactly what you pressed so that when you sit there and bitch and complain and whine about that it dropped your input, we can actually really see what you pressed. How about you do that, brother? How about you fucking do that? Dream. Yeah, I will, brother. I just gotta get cracking on it. I don't know what's going on. For some fucking reason, my stream key for Kick, I have to reset it constantly. And the problem is I don't know it until I start streaming. So then it starts fucking with my YouTube and everything, and it's a fucking nightmare. So then what I have to do is I have to stop the stream, I have to reset the fucking stream key, get another one, and then, you know, it's a fucking nightmare. That's why. But I gotta sit down and figure out what's going on. I'm pretty sure there's a function within, or it could be I just need to update Streamlabs. There's something going on where Kick just doesn't like when I do a stream with YouTube or whatever. And since I get the vast majority of my viewers on YouTube, I'm gonna stream on YouTube. Like I've actually done a stream just on Kick, and it's fine. It's not an issue. It's perfectly fine. The problem is when I do stream, I actually had Comcast come out and look at my lines. Everything's good. My lines are good. Everything's perfectly fine. I actually did a test stream of Twitch and YouTube, and it was fine. I didn't have any brothers. The problem seemed to be Kick. So, all right, let's see this live rant. And again, you guys can fill me in on some of the lore because you guys know it a little bit more. I just know that most of this shit is just bullshit, but let's go.
Those replays, that's not accurate. That's past their busted, broken netcode. You can never watch a replay with the button inputs and learn a thing.
Of course,
it's all garbage.
Sure, Phil.
So it doesn't matter what you think. If you really want to trust,
it's just like when he played Call of Duty, and he talks about how the game brought an invisible player out of nowhere, and then he quickly tries to, you know, shut off the replay, and will never show the replay. And when you actually see the fucking replay, you can see the person a mile away is just feeling so fucking blind, right? Right, Phil?
That netcode, you're a fool. Keep in mind, I know the people who wrote the fucking netcode, and they're all dishonest.
Phil, okay, all right. So this insinuates that Phil has a personal relationship with the Cannon brothers, which is a lie. If I remember correctly, and you guys could correct me or not, didn't someone ask the Cannon brothers about Phil? Like, I thought there was an interview done a while back ago, and they asked him about Phil, and they had no clue who the fuck he was. They had no clue whatsoever who Phil was. I mean, again, this was years ago, but I mean, you know, he's talked about this so much that, you know, and the Street Fighter community isn't that big, so I'm pretty sure the Cannon brothers have heard about DSP and all the shit that he's been talking. He wants to be so important. It's fucking insane. I met with my surgeon once so I could... That's right, yes! You're a certified surgeon now, brother. All right.
They literally wrote the netcode to...
Yes. My dad is a VP at Nintendo, but he's not Japanese, but he's still a VP there. So, yes, I have all the information.
Hide the lag of the game and make it look good, even though it lags like crazy. So, yeah, I don't care. It doesn't matter. I mash a lot. Wrong. You did the wrong thing. Wrong.
Thank you for proving it, Phil.
You can even hear me pushing the buttons on the stream.
Again, you might be fucking pressing the wrong buttons, you fucking idiot. How many buttons does your fight stick have? And my understanding is, I'm not a Street Fighter professional, but I believe if you're trying to execute a certain move, you know, it's just like pressing up, down, right, left, A, B. You got to do it correctly. And if you don't do it right or do it timely, it's not going to execute the move. Again, that's not the netcode, you fucking idiot. That's your old ass self not being able or not being fast enough to push the buttons in the consecutive order or in the right order.
But thanks for $13. And then Brutus River Chip, thanks for $2. I have no idea what you're talking about. But thanks for the $15 of support right there. In fact, that's our biggest super chat of the day.
Ugh. I mean, if it's difficult because, I mean, he's saying that he had a conversation with them. Now, a conversation can be he posted something in a forum and they either moderated him or whatever. I mean, there's wiggle rooms around that. But if he's literally saying, I had a conversation with these two people and they told me that they knew it didn't work and that they were lying, that could be considered defamation, slander, whatever. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, especially if you're hurting someone's business like that. But again, no one takes Phil seriously. No one takes him seriously. No one believes him. No one, literally no one, except for maybe Jade and maybe fucking Kevin Stiles and Kevin Bernstein. Those are the only two idiots that probably believe this story. So, again, I think what it would take a big YouTuber covering a video like this, making a stink out of it, and then it getting back to the Cannon brothers for them to comment on this. And it would probably be some shit like, that's not true, he's spreading misinformation, and then Phil would just shut up because he knows that, I'm pretty sure that the Cannon brothers have lawyers on retention. So if they want to file a quick little lawsuit or send them a quick cease and desist letter, or fuck, just post a Twitter post basically calling Phil out and saying that he's lying. That he would just, that he, and it's oh my God, can you imagine if the Cannon brothers literally posted something on X and called Phil out and said that he was lying, that he misrepresented those conversations, or it never happened? Can you imagine that? The entire fucking Street Fighter community would just be all over this motherfucker, shitting on him. I mean, they shit on him now, but it would be outrageous. It would be great. Can we make this happen? I don't know. It would be great. I mean, we would need a big YouTuber to probably, it would have to be a big, it would have to be like a Maximilian, Justin Wong, someone who holds a lot of sway in the Street Fighter community to watch this clip and react to it for it to actually get anywhere. So, I mean, it would need it. Yeah, of course he would play the fucking victim, but again, you stated something, you made a statement that defames someone, because that's some serious shit. You know what I mean? Like if you're selling, and the other thing too is the Cannon brothers didn't sell. Can someone explain? Cannon brothers didn't sell the technology for rollback netcode. Isn't that open source? Isn't that available to anybody? Right? Is that true? I thought that rollback netcode is open source.
That money, I really do. I need.
It's free. Yeah, it's open source. So what the fuck is Phil talking about?
SF6 works well. Rollback
it's good.
Code is so much better than the stuff he wants.
Yep.
Thanks Tony Cannon for making online fighters better.
Yeah, no, agree. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's great. It's better than anything that's out there.
220.
Number 4. That's true, brother. Thank you, Radical Jaws, for the $6.99, and thank you, Apophysis Studios for the 2, brother. I appreciate that. Thank you. They even refuse both Capcom and Bandai offer to buy the roll. Yeah, exactly. They make it available. So again, what are you talking about, Phil? Your story here holds no weight because they made. I'm assuming they made some money off of this, but it was probably like off of promotional stuff or whatever. That's probably where they made the money from. But actually getting a physical payment from Capcom or somebody, that didn't exist. So he's full of shit. Let's see, Vanguard. When I get home today, I sent you the receipts that Jaha said he's correct. This BS just shared on Vigo's stream. What happened there? I didn't watch it. What happened on Jaha and Vigo? What do you mean? Are you talking about this fucking story here?
So that would be.
Yeah, 81. Open source is cool. And again, I don't begrudge anyone for making money on something they create. Even if the Cannon brothers created rollback netcode and they got paid off of it, good for them. You make a product, you deserve to earn some money off of it. If you want to make it open source and not, cool, whatever. You know what I mean? It's all good. But again, he's such a jealous fucking prick. This all comes fucking down to the fact is that he got banned off of those SRK forums back in the day. And this motherfucker thought he was the fucking bee's knees, where he was the shit, and how dare anyone ban Darkside Phil. That's literally what it is. But he got banned for being a fucking stalker, for harassing women, and being a fucking troll. That's the reason why he got banned. Had nothing to do with the Cannon brothers trying to hide a secret. God, man, this fucking guy. Ben, how much does he owe the IRS to make $130K and still whine about money? How much does he owe the IRS? Well, he's still paying the back taxes. He still has 5 years on that. I believe that's a payment every month of $600. He pays out $600 a month for his back taxes. $130. I mean, if you take the 20%, on average 20% in taxes, that's That's $26,000 right there that Phil owes in taxes. Yeah, back taxes is insane. Back taxes, man. He's gonna be paying that shit for like another 5 more years. So,
Tiger, for real, I want you to think about what you just said.
Oh,
You're
okay.
watching a replay.
Okay, and now he's gonna shit on someone that gave him money, literally $13, gave him money to contradict the statement he made, right? And then is gonna shit all over the guy. Yeah, way to and again, Phil, it's you could be disagreeable with someone without crapping all over them and trying to make them look stupid, but that's how he argues. He doesn't actually have any real facts. So what he does is he tries to make everyone think that this person is an idiot. They're retarded. They're stupid. That's what he does. And if you're that type of person that you need to crap on someone just to kind of win an argument or deflect, which is what he's doing, then you're a fucking scumbag.
Hey. All right, on the internet of a fighting game, the replay is based on what the server thinks you pushed. Okay? But that's representative of their netcode. Because remember, the server does all kinds of bullshit with rollback netcode, trying to determine who pushed what, and then it tries to rectify that on the fly. And so whenever the netcode drops an input, it's not recorded.
How do you know this? Bill, how do you fucking know this? The man who thought that A&D CPUs were built to overheat, he literally wants to tell you how rollback netcode actually works. The technical specs on how it fucking works. This guy's insane, man. What is rollback netcode? Rollback netcode. All right, so again, I'm not the perfect the connoisseur, but rollback netcode is the source, or what it does is it predicts. It makes, how can I say it? When there's a lag or there's something going on with an online play, like when two people are playing, it's programming, yes. What it does is it uses AI to calculate and figure out it kind of does a prediction. It tries to predict what the person is going to be using. So they're going to predict, okay, this person there's a high probability that this person is going to do a jab. They're going to manage jab, right? So if there's something going on with the lag, or there's a lag, there's lag going on, it makes a prediction and it assumes, okay, for a visual, so that it can look visually pleasing and it's not stuttering and causing issues, it'll actually make a prediction and show that on stream. So I know that's a very rough whatchamacallit what it is. It's more a visual whatchamacallit. What Phil tries to say is that the netcode lies. So he tries to claim that he actually pressed uppercut jab or whatever, but the system gave him low medium kick or whatever. That's what he's trying to claim here. So I know it's let's see here. Let's see. Maybe the rollback netcode works by showing you what it predicts what your opponent will do when there's a predictable state, and if there's a millisecond that it realizes it's wrong, it changes the prediction. Yes, there you go. That's a way better. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's a way better explanation than what I provided.
Shock Ops should get Phil to use a hand cam or button input logger on stream. He'd love to hear all the excuses why that would be a bad idea.
Yeah. Big ups, Big Pen. That's a good idea. But he won't do that. Again, just for the same reason why he won't do a crotch cam, because he doesn't want to show people what actually happens. And that's the reason why whenever he dies in Call of Duty, he does the quickest to press the B button to not show the replay, because he knows people can see a replay and see that he's full of shit. So, let's see. King Snake, Duty, if rollback netcode would be perfect, Phil still doesn't have the reaction of someone younger than him. True. Justin Wong and other pros never played like Phil. Yeah. I mean, and the other thing too, again, is that he's the only person bitching about rollback netcode. I watch a little bit of Justin Wong. I watch Maximilian from time to time. I watch a couple streamers just every so often. I'm not the biggest Street Fighter, content watcher, but I will fire up Twitch and watch a couple streams. I've never heard anyone bitch as much about the netcode or whatever as this motherfucker does. Yeah, I've heard people criticize. Like, I heard Maximilian talk about the netcode once, and he gave a very good explanation of what he thought they can do to improve the rollback. Again, he talked about in his belief what he thought they can use to kind of slightly improve it. But even that, he said, it's the best thing out there. There's nothing better than that right now. And it works great. And you know what? I rather trust what Maximilian says over DSP any time of the day. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just insane. And again, Phil wants you to believe. He wants you to believe that he of all people had a conversation with the Cannon brothers, and they admitted to them. They admitted to him that what he was saying was accurate. It's bullshit. I'm sorry. Even if they had a conversation with Phil, there would be no way that they would admit on a text or whatever community, whatever. They would never admit to that. They would never say, yes, we know that our programming doesn't work, but don't say anything, okay? Don't say anything. It'll be our secret. They would never say that. And the other thing, Phil, where's your proof? You would think that if you got a response back from the Cannon brothers saying that they're lying, you would have thought that Phil would have screen snapshot and kept that, right? And kept it in his pocket just in case down the stream. Could you imagine that? Can you imagine if Phil, after all of this shit talking, right, one day he came out and just said, you know what, guys, I'm sick of you talking shit about me. Here's a screen snapshot. Here's the conversation I had with the Cannon brothers. This is where they tell me it didn't work. This is where they said that. You would think he would have done that, right? Right. But he didn't do that. So again, it just tells me that this conversation that he had is just in his head. It's a made-up conversation. You know, it's just like when he LARPs that cat still lives there. It's just still all in his fucking mind. So never happened. But let's keep going.
Single person who watches the replays to try to learn something and is looking at the button inputs, you're wasting.
Yeah, Phil's receipt is trust me, bro. That's Phil's receipt. Trust me. Trust me, and then shit all over you. That's what it is. And the thing is, this fucking guy gave him $13, and then he tips him again to kind of apologize. It's like, no, what you were saying was correct. What you said was correct. Why are you apologizing to this douchebag? Jesus. The only rollback Phil likes is when nah. Well, you know, she doesn't cook, brother. She doesn't cook, and you know that bitch will burn boiling water. So I don't know, man.
Your time, it's 100%. I know the guy who wrote rollback netcode. I played it when it was in beta. Okay, this was in the mid 2000s.
All right, here's the lie.
As I was playing it, I noticed the game looked smooth. But a lot of the times I was doing moves and my move would completely not happen. I'd press a button. The button would not activate. And when I spoke to the guy who made this netcode and I said, is it true that this netcode drops inputs in order to make the game look good online? He said, yes. And I said, why would you want that in a competitive game? And he said, because we want it to look good so we can sell it and make money. That's what I was actually told by the person who invented rollback netcode. He said, we don't want you talking about this publicly. They actually banned me from SureYouCan.com for doing this. He said, we can't have you talking about this publicly because we are trying to make money. And
by the way, this is where Phil gets into trouble here. That is a pure fucking lie. He got banned by a moderator, and somebody here that knows the Lord, didn't he get banned by a moderator for being a douchebag? He was utterly trolling and being a douchebag. He was harassing people. And if I'm not mistaken, and I'm not the lore master here, didn't he post some shit where he was harassing some woman? Wasn't he like harassing some lady or something like that? Or he would harass the women in the forums because they're all sluts or whatever. I don't think it was the whatchamacallit manifesto, the incel manifesto. Let's see. Someone said here, let's see. He got banned for a shitload of forums. Yeah. Yeah, and he admitted himself too. He himself specifically said that he was a troll. He was a douchebag and he was a troll. What probably happened was there was probably a moderator who hated Phil and he just looked for any excuse to ban the motherfucker. This wasn't, the Cannon brothers sending a message down the pipe and saying, all right, we need you to find a reason to ban him because he's going to expose us. Fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here. You got banned because you were a troll. You got banned because you're just an off-putting motherfucker. And when people are around you for long enough, they start disliking you. And they just don't want anything to do with you. And again, a forum is a private, it's public, but it's still owned by a private entity, and they can do whatever the fuck they want. So if you, for some reason, are being annoying and annoy people, they have every right to fucking remove you. He never he didn't talk. You know what this was? This was some posts. This was some post that he put out there where he may have tagged the Cannon Brothers. And in his eyes, that morphed from me posting something to the Cannon Brothers on a forum. That morphed into we had a full-blown conversation where they called me and we spoke. And they flew out to Connecticut and we met and had coffee. And they begged me not to tell anyone of their lie, not to expose their corporate espionage. That's what this rolled into. Again, it's Cyrax. This is a Cyrax storytelling where, what really happened was he caught an Uber that someone paid for to go to the mall, and then it turned into he almost lost his life. He almost lost his life, and he saw his girlfriend being swiped in a white van, and he ran after the white van, and he almost died. That's what this turned into. It turned into some strange, weird story. He wasn't being a troll. He is. He's a scumbag. He was being an off-putting douchebag. Well, no, I say troll because that's what he claims he was doing. So just using his verbiage, if it's true, what he's saying, at minimum, if it's true that he was being a troll, then they had every fucking reason to remove him. They could have removed him from the forum. And again, he wants you to think that the Cannon Brothers, had a secret meeting and, they got him removed because he was ready to expose some clandestine some clandestine corporate secret, and they had to shut him up. Literally thinks he's fucking, Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible. Insane. It's crazy. When all this probably was him just posting something in a forum and he tagged one of the Cannon Brothers. And honestly, they probably didn't even fucking see it. They probably had no clue that it ever happened. They probably don't even know who this douchebag is, to be honest.
And we need to sell this netcode even though it drops the inputs. It looks nice, and that's what these game developers want. So we need you to shut up. He says, I don't believe you. I don't care if you believe me. I'm telling you it happened.
Yes.
I have no reason to make it up. I'm not telling.
Yes, he did. He did tell a story that the Cannon Brothers were, when they ran tournaments, that the Cannon Brothers would steal. They would steal prize money and not pay out the full amount. Yes, he did come out and fucking say that. And I believe the winners came back and said, no, that's not right. We got paid our full amount. They actually contradicted what he said. But again, this is a story in his brain to demonize these two people. He wants to just demonize them for whatever reason. And I really believe the reason is because he believes in his heart they were the reason why he got banned from that forum. And I guess that was his only fucking outlet. That was his only outlet to talk to people at that time was the SRK forums, and him getting, it's like a Star Wars nerd getting banned from the Force.net. Oh, fuck that. Oh my God. I'm going to have to cut myself because I got banned from the Force.net website. You know what I mean? Community page or community forums. It's that type of shit. When he probably could have just sent somebody an email requesting an unban and apologizing, and more than likely they probably would have banned him.
Telling you I'm the best player in Street Fighter. I'm not. I'm not even good at this point, in my opinion. I'm telling you what happened in the mid-2000s between me and the person who wrote the...
That's true, and it gives him a built-in excuse. It allows him to lie, so when he's shitty and he plays like a scrub, he blames the netcode. I did nothing wrong. It was the netcode. If the netcode worked the way it should work, or we had something better, I would be the best player. It's not that I'm an old shitty fucking geezer with gout-written hands. No, it's not that. It's the netcode.
The rollback netcode. He outright admitted that it drops inputs frequently to make the game look good. And he wanted to make money. And then he banned me from SRK.
You heard that. Okay, so now he's literally blaming the Cannon Brothers for banning him off of the SRK, which did not happen. That did not fucking happen, Phil. You got banned by a moderator who disliked you. I'm pretty fucking positive that's what happened. You got banned by a mod, just like you ban thousands of people every week from your site or your mods ban people because they don't like what you said or what you post or what they posted in your stream. You ban them, right? Same concept here, Phil. It was this forum where you were acting like a douchebag a moderator came in and said, you know what? I'm tired of your stupid face and I'm banning you. And like many people that actually where that happened to them, you know, you could have simply sent an email asking, you know, to get reinstated and apologize. And more than likely, they probably would have done that. But because you were so offended that someone would do that to you because you're nothing but a fucking crybaby, you know, God forbid, someone actually tells DSP no, you know, he's held his fucking grudge. Can you imagine living this life? Like, this motherfucker must, his intestines must be just, his whole body must be just one big ulcer. Living like this, you know, constantly holding grudges and all that shit. Like, I can't live like that. I can't, you know what I mean? Like, let me see. Let me be honest. Let me think. Do I have any grudges? No, I have no grudges on anyone. I've lived 50 years on this life. I've had some people fuck me over. I've had some people mistreat me. But I can honestly tell you right now, I don't think I've had a grudge. I may have had a grudge for a little period of time, but I either stopped thinking about it, forgave the person, or just didn't care. You know what I mean? Like, you know, there are people that in my life that they kind of screwed me over. You know, I don't like to talk about this much, but I kind of got screwed over by somebody where I ended up losing $5,000. You know, it was kind of an investment that I did. It was a property, and the guy was good. You know, I knew this guy for years. I did business with him before, and he needed some money because he bought a property, and then we were talking about maybe going in half with investors. He came to me, basically said, hey, I need $5,000 up front. I'm good for it. And normally in the past, he was good for it. You know what I mean? But come to find out, apparently he got into other lines of business, crack, drug use and shit like that. And apparently, you know, he scammed me out of $5,000. And, you know, it was shitty, and it was a lesson that I had to learn. I never got that money back. And it sucked. And I felt, you know, if it was someone else, I don't think I would have cared. But this guy was a good friend. He was a business partner. You know, I've never, you know, like when he asked me, I was like, yeah, here you go. You know, he was fucking, he started selling drugs and then got hooked on drugs. It was just fucking insane. And again, it's just, I knew the guy, and he was a good guy. He was smart. He was educated. He was a good businessman. And I don't fucking know what happened. But, you know, I felt like I got taken advantage of. And it was my fault because I should have asked for collateral. I should have got paper signed. You know what I mean? Like I should have, you know, gotten a lawyer involved. Yeah. This was a story. This was from like 15 years ago. And I knew the guy from like high school and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And I thought, no, he's good. I don't need to, like, you know, we're friends. I don't need to go through lawyers or whatever. And to this day after that, never again. Never fucking again. You know, never. I don't even like lending money to family. You know, if I ever lend money to family, I don't even say it's a loan. I say, here you go. And the expectation is I'm never going to see that money back. But like if it's an associate, nah, fuck that. Nope. Oh, let's draw up an agreement. I want to see some collateral. Never again. And I was pissed at the guy. I was pissed at the guy for like a good year. And, you know, a couple years after that, he came to me and he actually apologized. He got cleaned up. He apologized. And, you know, he admitted he was wrong and everything. And he, you know,
I need that money.
But I said, no, I forgive you. It's cool. Don't worry about it, you know.
Anyone who at percent hash talks their own parents on the internet never deserves to be trusted.
Oh, that's true.
He said they was dying 7 years ago.
Yes, and they're still dying. They've been dying from the same problems for the last 7 years. And scammed his mom out of $4,000 to pay taxes and claimed he was going to get a job, and he never did that. Yes, don't trust those type of people. GBRC, thank you for the 5. But yeah, it was a lesson that I learned, and you know, the guy came to me. He got cleaned up. Everything was good. Like I hear from him every once in a blue moon. You know, he's doing better for himself. He cleaned himself up and everything. He actually reached out to me and he wanted to pay the money back, and I was just like, nah, just forget it. It's good. Don't worry about it. It was a lesson I learned. It's fine. You know. So I've always had to give him that cold shoulder. You know, I've done more than $5,000 before, but you know. Yeah, like the same guy I gave him $20,000. He bought a property and needed $20,000 to renovate it because he was going to flip the house. I gave him $20,000 to renovate the house. What he used to do is he used to do judicial foreclosures. He would buy properties from the sheriff rehab them, and then sell them. He would flip them and make a decent change. Like he told me, you know, he needed 20K. He'd pay me back the 20K plus 20% of the sale. I said, all right, this sounds good. I gave him the money. He fixed up the house. He sold it. He gave me my money. There was no, I got the money, boom, right there, same day, cut me a check. Never had a problem, but I guess, you know, being on drugs are bad. Anyway, all right, that's some duty lore there. That was some duty lore. Sorry, I didn't mean to derail. No, we didn't smoke any mouth. He was good. He cleaned himself up.
What you believe or not, I'm telling you the fact.
No. I'll pay you back, Pink Rat. No. Let me see some collateral, brother.
Rollback netcode is open source and free. I don't know if that's true or not.
That is true.
I'm telling you what happened in the mid-2000s.
That is true, Phil. That is true. And again, I love when someone posted that because it just blows up his whole argument. It literally blows up his whole argument that the reason why they created this was to make money. But ever since the inception, it was open source.
2000s with the person who wrote it and originally was beta testing it and had all the
and I have no proof.
Play it,
and I have no proof.
I gave him this feedback publicly and he banned me. And then I took him to task and I had it in a chat. I said, dude, why would you do that? And he said, because we're trying to make money.
Whoa. Okay. So now what he's saying is he was worried that they were worried that Phil was gonna expose them, so they banned him. And then he had a conversation after the fact and said, "Why did you do this to me?" But yet has no proof at all. You would have thought that if this was really serious, he would have taken the step to grab the screenshot and maybe say, well, you know what? I'm going to hold this for one day because if this ever comes back to bite me in the ass, you know, I'll have a screenshot of this conversation. And again, how did you talk to this person if you got banned? How did you recommunicate with this person if you got banned? Again, this doesn't make fucking sense. It's just insane. This is some fake ass storytelling here.
So you don't want people to know the truth about the rollback netcode? No.
Eyes up.
Oh, okay.
System's hot. We're not here for a tour.
Okay, Phil. Okay. So what you're telling us is that you, a non-technical person, a man who literally thinks that an AMD chip is made to overheat. You, of all people, you're the only one that could have deciphered and determined that rollback netcode didn't work. Or it was a scam or whatever. You of all people. And how many years has it been out? What, 20 years has rollback netcode been out? I mean, it's been out for a while, right? No one, not even Digital Foundry, right? You would have thought that Digital Foundry would have done an episode on this, right? This is a website where they actually do testing. They have instruments to test this shit, and they can prove without a shadow of a doubt. They can prove without a shadow of a doubt that netcode doesn't work. You really think, Phil, that they wouldn't have posted a video like this? Again, what you're saying is not true. It's not factually accurate, Phil. It just isn't. You're full of shit. And again, I'm not saying that rollback netcode is perfect. It isn't. I don't think it's perfect. I think it has flaws, but it's the best thing out there for fighting games. It does a great job. It really does. I play Street Fighter. I've played it from time to time. It does a great job. And the mere fact that isn't just who uses it. Street Fighter uses it. Mortal Kombat uses it, and Tekken uses it. Why does every fighting game developer use the rollback netcode? You would have thought one of them could have realized that what the Cannon brothers were selling or not selling didn't work right. Just full of shit, man. This fucking guy's full of shit. Smash Brothers use it too. Look at that. Even Nintendo uses it.
Securing Zone A.
Yeah, trust me, bro. Trust me.
Locking down Bravo.
Yeah. I think he bitched about it again one more time. Let's see here.
Because that's what I'm doing. I'm experimenting to try to figure out where game should there be a character that can non-stop. But I will agree with you there. I do try to.
Oh, here it is. There it is.
But I will agree with you there. I do try to interrupt block strings all the time, and I pay for it.
Okay, if you don't know what he was referring to in the message, he actually did criticize Phil. He talked about the netcode. That's why he spazzed out for 6 minutes. But then in it, he said that you constantly do this. I don't remember what it does. Like he mashes jab or some shit like that. And that's why he loses. So this is him admitting to that what the guy said is factually correct. Here it is.
Experimenting to try to figure out where's the opening, or is it literally non-stop attacks for free, which I don't agree with. In no fighting game should there be a character that can non-stop attack and never have a time that you can interrupt them.
They don't.
But I will agree with you there. I do try to interrupt block strings all the time, and I pay for it.
Okay, so you agree with the guy's statement that he pointed out that you do this and this is what costs you. So you literally shit on the guy, you call the guy an idiot, and you call them retarded, but, you know, a couple minutes later, you're agreeing with him. You're agreeing with his point. Okay, Phil. All right. Anyway, that's the rant. It's just a meltdown. Someone said, how does the Cannon Brothers stand? They don't. I have a feeling they don't even know who this fucking guy is. Like, if you were to, say that I work, I don't know, for the New York Times, or I work for I don't fucking know. I work for Konami or whatever the fuck. I work for one of those publications, those gaming publications, right? And I had an interview with the Cannon Brothers, and I'd bring up Dark Side Phil. They'd be like, who? What's a Dark Side Phil? They probably wouldn't have any clue what the fuck any of us are talking about. And they'd probably hear the fucking rant, and they'd probably laugh, and they'd probably say, yeah, what he's saying is untrue. That never happened. So, yeah, they might know. Oh, yeah, they might say that. You're right. They'll probably say, oh, isn't that the guy that got caught masturbating on stream or something like that? Yeah, they'll probably remember that. But anything else, I don't think they'll know too much about Phil. So, all right. Oh, God. That was a good one. So, again, multiple rants, which are always great. Let's listen to Phil talk about low support. I always love those segments where Phil talks about low support. Let's see here.
I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. That money.
Where we talked about various topics, including door dashing and spending too much money on delivery food, which is kind of interesting. We talked about there was like 3 or 4 topics we covered. It was just a big discussion. It really was. It was like a big discussion show that lasted about an hour. It was pretty good. During that discussion show, I got over $50 of support. I was like, oh, that's so nice of people to support so early. Then I played 3 hours of Call of Duty Black Ops 7.
Okay, I remember this. This is where he has a meltdown. This was last night, unrecorded beg segment. He got upset because someone said he has a lesbian hairstyle, which I thought was pretty funny. All right, so here's the unrecorded beg segment. Phil cries about low support and his lesbian style haircut. Okay.
You ready for this? The best session of Black Ops 7, one of the best sessions of Call of Duty I've ever had.
What's up,
Every
George?
single game, I had a positive kill death
Luna,
ratio, and most of the games, it was way in the positive, and I was at the top of the leaderboards. I had
these are great.
Play of the game twice. No exaggeration. Arguably, I hair in my mouth.
He got a pube in his mouth.
One of the best I've ever done. In fact, the only game that wasn't good was the very last game. The game was lagging.
Saint, just hit refresh. It's not me. My network is pretty good. I'm looking at the stream, and it says excellent. So everything looks good. So it might just be you.
And it was very annoying. You can see people were teleporting, and I was trying to shoot them, and they, it wasn't registering. So the last game sucked. But the entire session, me dominating, kicking major ass, getting kill streaks, finished a challenge, got akimbo guns, all kinds of stuff. Amazing stream. You ready for this? I didn't even get $40 of support during that stream.
Oh.
No one was supporting. I think we got like maybe 2 to 3 people who sent super chats and like one sub. It was one of the least supported streams I've ever done. I'm not joking. And it was one of the best gameplays I've ever put out. So it was an amazing performance. No one cared. In fact, when I stopped playing Call of Duty and we started with DSP Tries It, I received $20. Yeah, I'm looking right now. Yeah, look at this. I stopped playing and there was $10, $20 when I stopped playing.
That's right, folks. He has a 40-something inch monitor sitting there just to track how much money he receives. Literally, what a waste of fucking money. But anyway, that's what is important for him. I can see it right now. That 40-inch monitor, just nothing but just fucking the PayPal email, the stream health to see how much money he got. You know, anything that tracks any fucking money, he has that shit up. Good God, man. Let's see. He doesn't know what entertaining. He doesn't. He thinks basically schedules and business meetings are the way to go. And I mean, I'll give him credit. He's tried recently to be entertaining, like offer up different segments or different things, but it's the same fucking thing. And the thing is, he ruins it because he turns it into money. You know what I mean? Like, he does it for one stream. Like, oh, all right, guys, we're going to do indie streams. Which, honestly, I think that was a pretty good concept that Phil came up with, where he said, yeah, we'll just jump on stream. We'll wing it. We'll pick a couple games that you guys want me to play. We'll try it out. I thought that was a pretty good... That was something different for Phil, and I was like, oh, that's not a bad idea, right? But then he literally turned it into fucking money. All right, guys, if you guys like this, give me money. And then when he wasn't hitting goals, he just turned it into money. He's like, all right, well, you know, if you guys want to keep this up, you guys have to support it. And it's like, shut up already. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, and the thing too, Phil, is there's a way of doing it, brother. There's really a way of doing it. You can simply do this. Look, all right, here's some advice for Phil. If something isn't working in your content, just stop doing it quietly. You know what I mean? You're the one that brings up your fucking schedule. You make your schedule, right? If something isn't working, like Call of Duty didn't get you to your $150, then you just don't play it again. You don't schedule it. And if someone asks you about it, you can say, well, you know, we'll see, or I'm not really interested. I'm not playing. And you move the fuck on. Good God, man. You don't have to sit there and give an explanation. Like, this is literally, like, his unrecorded back segment was 30 minutes long. 30 minutes long of him sitting there and doing a business financial meeting. That's literally what he did last night before he did any gameplay. And then he wonders why no one sticks around for the gameplay. Like, I think he had, 150 people watching last night? Didn't hit his goal again. He got $100, I think, last night for that shark game. And then he also played T2. Low T2.
So...
With the $50
totally
on
100%.
Correct.
I just don't care anymore about this game. I've now tried multiple times to make Call of Duty work. So all the complaints I had were invalid. First it was, oh, well, your setup sucks, your gameplay sucks, all this. Everything has been dramatically improved. I'm playing on keyboard and mouse. I'm kicking.
Okay, Phil, so let's take that to its conclusion. If you've modified your studio, if you've added better equipment, if your internet speed's much better, if the 10 wrist rest are helping you, play. Now you're on PC and you're doing keyboard and mouse and it's improving your gameplay. Okay, you've changed all that for the better. So what hasn't changed? You haven't changed. You haven't changed. You're still the same as person. You haven't modified your behavior. You haven't modified your gameplay. You don't bother, practicing your craft. You would think that this guy would play off stream to try to get better. You would think that. He doesn't do that. He doesn't do that because he thinks the only time I'm going to play video games if I'm making money off of it. So then he sits there and spirals and loops and gets upset that no one gives him money or he doesn't have any views. I mean, I did a financial audit yesterday where I reviewed his income for January. Oof, man. He's back to pre-Kino days. He really is. And just a simple comparison of what he made from December to January was just crazy. And he's literally pulling in 400,000 views on his dead-ass channel. 400,000 views, which equates to barely $2,000 in ad revenue. So, yes, he's back to what he was pulling for Kino Casino. What he was pulling before Kino Casino came. So, and it's not going to get any better, Phil. You're wage quitting everything. You're not, now he literally was complaining that no one is supporting gameplay. Well, last week he was complaining that no one was supporting non-gameplay. So no one was supporting Legos because they want him to play games. But then when he plays games, no one supports the game. It's almost like no one's supporting anything, Phil. Good, man. God, man.
Kicking major ass. I'm dominating the leaderboards when I play. Positive kill death ratio all day. Destroying the opposition. People still don't support. I tap out. That's it. I'm done. I'm not going to listen to anyone else asking for it. Anyone who asks, the answer is no. I'm not playing it again. I'm not wasting my time.
Yeah, until one of your dents message you and says, I'll give you $100 if you play it, and then you'll play it because you got nothing else to play.
So there you go. That simple. Don't ask for Call of Duty Black Ops 7 again. The next time I'll be playing Call of Duty is when the new one comes out in the fall on Game Pass. I'll check it out then. I'm not wasting any more time. I actually like the game. I do like. Understandably, Black Ops 7 is not a good game.
He's a greedy pig.
But it's fun to watch me play it, right? Is it not? It's kind of cool to have this in the rotation as a multiplayer.
He needs $300 a day because that's what he spends. That's what he spends a day. His income is not suitable for his spending habits. And instead of trying to make more money, like instead of getting maybe a job so that he can have more stable income, so that he can plan better, or maybe modify his spending, you know, he rather beg. He rather beg. That's what he rather do. Like, he has 3 options. He can beg, right? He can beg. He can get a part-time job or a full-time job so that he can have consistent income, or he can modify his spending. And of those 3 choices, for him, the easiest option is to beg. So, you know, I don't know. The Anonymous 50 should be worrying, fake or not. Yeah, all those. I know that I have a feeling now what he's doing is after his streams are over, he sits down and he's created like a storyline for himself. So he wrote out fake tip messages so that he can read to himself.
Player game. I think it was working, but I cannot keep playing this game if people come to just basically sit here, watch, and be toxic, because there is a lot of trolls come out when I play Call of Duty, but then almost no one supports the game. $50 of support before the game.
$50.
$20 of support after the game.
That's
and almost
insane.
Nothing during 3 hours of gameplay. That's you're telling me through your actions, forget this game. So I will. Okay? That simple. No more Call of Duty Black Ops 7 this year. We'll wait till the next one comes out in the fall. Okay? So there we go.
I didn't hear the fart. When did it happen?
Right. Good stuff.
If someone has
Now
the
we know.
timestamp, we can listen to it. He's writing. Yes, that's right.
Now,
He's writing daily affirmations
tonight,
to
as we
himself.
chill and have a good time together. Obviously, one of the best things about Indies Night is that we get to play games that are lesser known. We get to play games that are silly, quick fun, not ultra serious, right? We can kind of mess around, have a good time.
Chill, funny fun.
People really like Terminator, so I'm excited to play more of that tonight. And the Sharks at Minnows is a shockingly good game. Like, seriously, it was shockingly good.
It's amazing.
And I'm excited for tonight. I hope that you guys will hang out for the next couple of hours with me. And if you do, and you support tonight's stream, essentially what you're telling me is, we like this, more of the same.
Yes.
And then I'll do more of this kind of content of covering smaller scale indie games, doing, you know, shorter games that are only a few streams. I'm down for that. Totally.
Oh, they've been asking for Terminator for
100%.
like.
In fact, we started.
They were
doing
asking
that
Terminator
earlier
for like
last year,
3
if you
months.
remember. We did do a lot of these kind of games, and then we got busy with other stuff and kind of stopped. But now I'd love to pick that up again, as long as you guys are here for it. Okay, so let's
Sure.
go. Let's get some support for the indies tonight.
Let's go.
All right, no matter where you are watching,
Give me
please
that money,
support the stream
bitches.
tonight. Let's get it going. Who's going to be the first supporter of the night? Let's find out. All right, but in the meantime, what's on everyone's mind? King Michael wants to know, are the Wendy's chicken tenders still an option for DSP tries it? They are. But, I mean, I just had chicken stuff today. I don't think if next week that would make sense. Probably people would want something different for next week. And the Wendy's chicken tenders are apparently a permanent addition to the menu now. They're not going to go
permanent.
away.
Wow.
So there's no real rush, you know, to do them. You can't tag me in the chat? Okay, here we go. Hold on. Now you can tag me in the chat. Here you are. Yeah, I know. Soaker says it's a shame you can't play what you want for some reason. We mean for some reason. I'm a streamer. My job is to stream to an audience, to entertain said audience, and the audience reciprocates with attendance, engagement, and support for the stream. I can play whatever I want, but I'll do it in my own time. I'm here to entertain you.
Which
And
you don't
even
do,
if I'm
Phil.
having a great time with Call of Duty, if you're not, then that means that I'm not going to stream it anymore. That's called smart business. You know what I'm saying?
Ah, yes,
This
smart
isn't my
business.
hobby hangout session where I'm just dicking around on the internet. This is my job.
That's a
So I
LARP.
got to be sure that people are liking.
The Neo 3 thing is a LARP. They know he's not going to play it. They keep. It's just like when people bring up. I don't know, when people bring up Battlefield. When people constantly bring up him play Battlefield, You know, they know he's not going to play it. They're just waiting for him to crash out, which he's done before. So my guess is someone keeps asking about Neo 3 because they want him to crash out. So anytime you hear people bring up something over and over and over again, it's typically they want him to crash out. So that's why.
What I'm doing so that it will be successful.
Successful. Stellar Blade, yeah.
What's up, New Sleep Real Vibes? I've heard of this game, Risk of Rain. Never played that, and you're saying 2. Yeah, I don't know about it. I would consider it for a future.
Aren't those games super long? Like, isn't Persona and Neo, aren't they super long games? That's probably why he doesn't want to play them.
Your stream.
Yeah, so. I've never played either of them. I've never played Persona. I've seen the gameplay, but I've never played it. I've never played any of the Persona games. I've never played any of the Neo games. So they're just not really my cup of tea. And challenging, yeah.
Is there any amount of money that could make me not play Sharks and Minnows tonight? No, because it's short. We're almost done with it. We already did 6 out of the 10 laps.
And didn't beat it.
I think we have to go to the back of the locker room again, do some more puzzles, and then you do the final laps and the game's over. So, no. KFC? No. I'm not interested in KFC.
Well, well, Beast Smalls, that's because it's not on Twitter. So if it's not on Twitter, it doesn't exist for Phil. So if his news isn't on Twitter, if his opinion isn't on Twitter, it doesn't exist.
If I'm happy, doesn't the...
By the way, I'm in the mood for some KFC, man. I haven't had KFC in fucking years, man. I can down me some KFC right now.
Audience engaged? No, not necessarily. Absolutely not. That's a pipe dream, and that's a very big rumor and or myth about streaming. Just because you are having a great time does not mean that will translate into your audience's enjoyment.
Wait.
That people have outright explained.
Hold on, Phil. Wasn't that your fucking business model? Where if you were enjoying yourself, that money would come. Wouldn't he use that phrase all the fucking time? Where if the stream, that was his business model at some point. Where if he was having fun, he was enjoying the game, that support would come. Yeah, it's a sandwich shop now. Yeah, if you own a sandwich shop and you enjoyed making your sandwiches, that, you know, the momentum would occur and people would come and buy your sandwiches because they would see how enthusiastic you are about making sandwiches. Wasn't that Phil's business model? Okay.
Probably fun to play, but not fun to watch someone play. Okay? I love JRPGs. Most of the time when I try to play a JRPG, it works 1 to 2 streams, and then everyone tells me it's insanely boring and no one shows up and no one supports it. There's nothing I can do about that. That's just, you know, that's just the nature of the beast being a streamer. I'm trying to entertain an audience. I can't just play whatever I want. I have to find something that I like, you like, and everyone has a good time watching me play. It's that simple. It's not the easiest thing. It's not. The only people who it's an easy time is someone who's virally popular, someone who already has an installed viewer base of tens of thousands of people. Literally, those people could sit there wiping their ass all day with toilet paper on stream, and they would be showered in adulation and support.
Adulation.
And that's not every person. That's certainly not me. I've got to find things that work for the audience, you know?
And don't forget the begging, Phil. You have to beg. Definitely lots of begging.
Tub says a lot of people are talking about Karen, Carin. What on earth is Karen? And Neo 3. Do you have plans on checking out either? I'm not playing Neo 3. But I don't know what Carin is. Karen?
Yep. Sure. That's a good point. I mean, he had the Kino arc. He had Mike Klum.
Yes.
He had Asmongold. And he ruined every single opportunity. Yes, he did. Yes. He had side scrollers. He even had side scrollers. Literally in the last
reviews are mediocre. That's not true.
Literally in the last 3 years, he's had about 4 different lifelines. Keemstar offered to give him $50K, and as much as you want to shit on Keemstar or whatever, you know, having $50K to a sign-in bonus and making the bank that they did, because, you know, look, let's be honest. You know, Lolcow Live is boring as all fuck. It's not interesting. It's the same storylines. But they have anywhere between 2,000 and 3,000 people that watch the main show. They make bank. You know, Boogie, Keem, and they were all making money hand over fist. and that could have been DSP. And at that, he could have had Keemstar's kind of backing to kind of help him improve his standing. Where I'm pretty sure that if Phil would have played ball with Keem, and he would have done what he wanted, he would have done what he wanted, humiliate himself or whatever. I'm positive that Keem would have helped him out to get either sponsorships. He could have helped him out with doing collabs. If Phil wanted to do gaming, whatever, he would have been more than able to help him collab with other people, and he could do a side channel, or he could have did Lolcow Gaming. You know what I mean? Because I know they tried to do a whole bunch of different shows, and he could have done Lolcow Gaming with like another gamer, So he had an opportunity, but because he didn't want to play ball, he didn't want to look, he didn't want to kowtow to Keem. He didn't want to, have to answer to Keemstar. He said no. He literally said no. So, yeah. So, did you change your name? Why are you not a moderator? You've always been a moderator in my chat. That's weird. All right, I modded you. There you go.
Here's the truth. People who love JRPGs are saying Dragon Quest VII Reimagined is great. Mainstream media like IGN and Game Informer are like, oh, it's a 7 out of 10. Yeah, guys, it's an old Dragon Quest game. They didn't change the plot. They didn't change the element. It's a game that's outdated by most means. It's like a classic that now they've updated the graphics and the gameplay elements so it plays like a modern game, but it's still an old game. They didn't rewrite the game from the ground up, but that's what it sounds like the reviewers were expecting. They were like, oh, I don't get it. Why does this feel like an older game? Because it is stupid. It's an older game. This is a game from the 2000s, like 20 years ago. And they've updated it, which is a good thing. Makes it accessible to a new audience, but it doesn't mean it's going to blow away a modern audience. This is not clear obscure. So
yeah, and the thing with the whole Keemstar thing is that, I mean, he got into bed with Kino Casino, who are absolute fucking trolls. Everyone knows it. They're fucking drama hounds to the nth degree. He got in bed with them and didn't make anywhere near the money he would have made gotten involved with Keemstar. And he did the same exact thing. Like, he made himself look stupid with Kino Casino. He allowed Kino Casino to shit all over his fat wife, So, he had to swallow his pride because he needed them for money. So what's the difference? I mean, at least with Lolcow Live and Keemstar, he would have made more money. He would have made more bank. You know what I mean? He could have still kept doing his shitty little podcast that he's doing here. And then, on the side, do the Lolcow Live shit and make bank. I mean, even with that, even if he would have taken all the money that he made with Lolcow Live and just put it aside and put it in a 401k, in an IRA or something, he would be so much better off. But he didn't want to do that, all because he doesn't like Keemstar for some reason, But again, I don't understand his logic, because he's willing to swallow his pride and let himself be clowned on by Kino Casino. But he wouldn't do it for Keemstar. It makes no sense whatsoever. It really doesn't. Unless he didn't want to feel like, oh, I'll be a hypocrite, or people will call me a hypocrite if I start working with Keemstar after all of these years of saying how Keemstar is a misery merchant. I would never work for him. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was pride. I don't know. Oh, by the way, I got some free memberships. Let me do some free memberships. This is the beginning of the month, right? Let me see. Yeah, I think I could do some giveaways. Let me give away 5 members. There you go. Big ups to Duty for giving memberships up. There you go. Seal clap. Seal clap. Seal clap. Oh, yes. All part of the snake. All right, there you go. 5 gifted members. And these are real memberships, okay? You get 5, okay? You got 5. And you got a seal clap. And just when I do the giveaway stuff, just make sure to put your name in there for the giveaway for February. And then Laz Luke 6179. I'll butcher your name, man. My apologies. Thank you for being a member for 6 months. Kino was also going after RT. Yeah, he was, but so was Keemstar. Keemstar was going after Review Tech USA as well. Remember, they brought him on. Remember, they were shitting all over Review Tech USA because of the whole Becky Boop nonsense and the whole Jay getting fired and all that. So he could have jumped on the Keemstar bandwagon and shit all over RTU as well with Keemstar. And again, he would have made more money.
People who actually like JRPGs are reviewing it very well and saying it's great. People who just don't understand what this product is are saying it's mediocre.
He called you out.
Hey, at least no one is saying it's bad.
He's been having a meltdown.
No one has.
Archie's been having a meltdown recently. He's been insane. I haven't covered him much. Has he finally calmed down? Like I saw that he went for I saw that he was on a deleting stream where he deleted like a bunch of shit from his content because he was worried 8-Bit Eric was gonna report him, whatever. So I know that he said some weird shit. I'll give you an example. I posted a clip of his, some clips where he said the MIDGET slur. Apparently that's a slur with YouTube terms of service, and my channel my video got taken down because of it. So I wonder if he ended up getting the same community guideline strike or whatever. So thankfully, what I did was, yeah, I know he's always been a bit of conspirator. He has the TDS syndrome. He has the yeah. You can't say it. Nope, you can't say it. He said it on the video, and my video got taken down. I ended up getting a community guideline warning, which I appealed. Thankfully, they took the warning off, but they didn't let me. They told me they were going to keep the video down. And I had to re-edit it. So I said, you know what? I'm not even going to chance it. I don't want to get in trouble with him saying something else. So yeah, I saw him and 1-2 were fighting. Yeah, I saw that.
I said it sucks. So that's a good thing.
Go ahead. Yeah. He might get taken. His stream might get taken
let's
down.
See here.
For
Roy
it.
just did a $2 super chat and says, "Is Chimchar the new Snow Carl?" No, Chimchar isn't nearly as annoying as how Snow Carl was.
He's having trouble with the breakup. He's still upset that I don't hang out on the stream anymore. It's all right. I don't know why Rich is upset with me. It's just when Rich started melting down, I gave him some good advice, and then he continued melting down, and it got to the point where every fucking stream was the same thing. So I bounced, and then he got heavy into the political stuff. It really got really bad when Trump won. And he knows I'm a conservative, but I'm not the type of person like I'll be on your stream if you're liberal, whatever, conservative. I mean, if you're liberal, progressive, and you want to talk about that's fine. I'll listen, I'll chime in here and there, whatever. I'm not one of those people that I don't like you because you're progressive, whatever. I'm not like that at all. You know what I mean? Politics are politics, religion is religion. But he got insane. He went too fucking crazy. He went too overboard. And I was just like, all right, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna bounce, and I bounced, and I guess that upset him. Like I think he believes that this is what I think Review Tech USA believes. I think what he believes is that I bent the knee to the pressure because I used to get so much shit because I used to be on the streams from other detractors, and he thinks that I bent the knee to the detractors because I was getting too much heat for being on the streams and whatever. And you guys, I don't give two shits about that. I really don't give a shit. Like if I watch someone or whatever, I really don't care if people don't like it, right? And I think he got upset because I stopped hanging out, but a good deal of that was because he was just fucking being unhinged. And he crashed out to the point where it's just like, all right, it's too much. Like I can't be here to I just can't. I'm sorry, I can't. So I left quietly without saying anything. I didn't shit on the guy. I didn't, I just stopped hanging out. And then he unmodded me for some reason, which is fine. That's fine. He unmodded me for some reason. And then every so often now he just shit talks me for some reason. But whatever. Okay. I guess, I don't know.
Chimchar is kind of like...
I find it funny.
He's kind of like, What are they? The guys in the balcony, for the
Tax,
Muppets?
Okay, I got you. Thank you. I'll
you know what I'm saying? What are they?
Saying.
I forgot their names. The two guys that are up in the balcony that are always razzing and making fun of the Muppets.
Razzing.
Guildenstern and whatever their name is. That's what he's like. He'll come in here and he'll try to contradict and he'll try to criticize, and then I just embarrass him. Stadler and Waldorf. That's what their names are. Guildenstern. Where did I get that from? Yeah, Stadler and Waldorf. That's exactly what he's like. He comes in and tries to drop some kind of insightful knowledge. And I'm like, no, stupid. That's what a detractor says because they made it up.
No, stupid.
Just because you believe it, because you're dumb, doesn't mean that it's truthful. And then I accept his money and I laugh at him. So yeah, no, Snow Carl was just obnoxious. I don't know. I don't know if people would stand for that.
Right. I love how I love how.
All right, how about this?
I love how he shits all over Snow Carl now, but he was perfectly content taking his dollar super chat for all those years, right? Right? Didn't ban him because he would come in every day and drop a couple bucks here and there. You know, all those shitting on him, but still, right? Right, Phil? Right? You didn't mind then, but now that he left and he bounced and he no longer gives you any money, now, you know, he's a regard and all that shit, right? Funny how that is, right? Funny. I just find it very interesting.
Yes. Let's go. Let's get our first support on Kick tonight. Let's get our first sub of the night. Let's get some kicks on Kick tonight. And let's get our first tip of the night via PayPal. Let's go. We got some super chats already, and I appreciate that very much. But let's get some support from the other viewers over there. There we go. The funniest part about this, right? This is a troll who thinks that paying me money is like sticking it to me. He says, Phil's lesbian haircut real, right? Like that's making fun of my haircut. What kind of a haircut does a lesbian typically get? A man's. So you're saying I have a man's haircut.
Okay, the logic
You're right.
there.
I do. Thanks for the money, dummy. What an idiot.
Yes, Phil, but they're still women. Okay, Phil? So you're comparing yourself to a woman. You're comparing yourself to a lesbian woman, Phil. He looks like fucking Sling Blade. Is that whatever the guy, the John Malkovich character in Sling Blade? That's what he looked like. He's a lesbian.
Watch him change his name now. oh, fuck. Oh, you gotta change my name now to something else trying to be insulting with 5-year-old humor. Here we go. Here we go.
All right, keep going, lesbian.
Yes,
haircut, dude.
No Sleep Real Vibes. We almost never do dessert on DSP Tries It. If we do it, it's usually a part of a review of something else. Only because
Billy Bob Thornton.
For example, DSP Tries It is usually supposed to be my meal.
I thought that was whatever his name is, Malkovich. No, I don't know. The movie's been a long time.
Meal. Okay. All right, guys. I guess we're gonna get set up to get started. Again, if you like indies and you've enjoyed these nights that we've been doing recently, please support tonight's stream. Particularly, it would be great to have a really strong stream tonight because earlier today.
Thank you for correcting me. I didn't think that was Billy Bob. I thought that was Malkovich. For some reason, I thought that was. All right, my bad.
Hey, Black Ops 7 crashed and burned, and I give up at that point. Like I've tried it so many times, it never works. People don't support it, so I'm done with Call of Duty. But it would be great to have a great night tonight to help with that. Okay.
French fried potatoes.
Okay, let's get set up.
Yeah. I really thought that was Malkovich. Am I confusing the movies? I know that Malkovich did the Mice and Men, where he played a regard there. So maybe that's what I'm mixing up the two. All right, okay. What time is it? I gotta get going. Oh, it's 12 o'clock. Let's see here. I was late, but did you see the Detractor Win Ban website? No. What's the link to it, brother? What's the link to the website? Now write a 1,000,000-word essay about being wrong. I'll send you an apology email about that. I'll send you an apology email. I'm not gonna write a thesis. All right, so let's see here. By the way, I love my thumbnail here. By the way, did you guys see the thumbnail with the rant about DoorDash? I did include a fatty and a hover chair that looks just like Fat Cat. You see it right here? I mean, it's hard to point at. You see it? You see where it says Fat Cat and the hover baby? Hold on a second. Let me check something out. All right. I pulled up the website. That you just posted. What am I looking at here? Let's see here. Dunstfelter. Is this people that ban people? What is this? Let's see here. Kick. All right. So what am I looking at here? All right. What am I looking at here? I clicked the link. Don't worry, Duty has VPN, so it's perfectly fine. Go to the home section. Okay. Home. Detractors always win. You're openly greedy now because the mask finally fell off. Okay. Raw fills offline. No coffers. Okay. So what is this? What am I looking at? What am I looking at, folks? I need some help. What am I looking at here? I did go to the home section. All apologies will be sent to Super Stick. I'll take a look at it after the stream. You have to watch How to Get Banned. Don't watch Phil. Okay. All right. I got it. All right. Thank you, brother. Thank you for that. I'll watch it. Alrighty, folks. Well, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. I got some stuff to do this afternoon. To be honest, I'm exhausted. I'm just drained here. I'm super drained and tired. But just to let you know, things have smoothed out lately, so my streaming schedule will get back to normal. Definitely gonna be streaming again Thursday and more than likely Friday. So we'll be back to like a 2 or 3 streaming schedule every week, and it should be a lot of fun. Hopefully, we can catch up, get everything done, and whatever. Just to let you know, I am going to be posting a video where I'm going to be looking at Phil's DoorDash history for the last year and a half, and then also looking at the bank leaks to see how much he actually spent on DoorDash. And I'm going to be doing it right now. I'm almost done. I should have it posted pretty soon. And yeah, let's see exactly how much Phil, doesn't spend on DoorDash, and let's see what right he has to lecture everyone else about spending money on DoorDash. Anyway, alrighty, folks. Well, that's it. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate all the love and support. It's glad to be back, and hopefully I'll get some more sleep this week and we can chill and hang out. I think Miracat is Miracat streaming. I think Miracat's streaming. Hold on a second. I think Miracat Mob is streaming. Yes, Miracat Mob is streaming. Let's stream snipe him.
This giant pool of applicants. Okay.
All right, here you go. Miracat Mob.
And this pool just sits there.
There you go, Miracat Mob. He's streaming right now. He's been streaming for a while, so I don't know how long he's going to stream till. But there you go. Go check him out. Go check him out. And again, thank you, everyone. I appreciate it a lot. And George, thank you, brother, for being an Only Ice Coffee investor, brother. I appreciate the last-minute support. Thank you. Damn, I've been felted by duty. Why, Let's Mac? Why did I felt you? I'm sorry. Did I miss something? My apologies, brother. Did I miss something? I hope I didn't miss something. Wait, are you the one that won the $25 gift card that sent me an email yesterday? If that's you, I sent the payment yesterday. So check your email. It's either you or someone else. I forgot. It was someone. I know I owed someone $25. And no, I'm good. Okay. Good. Alrighty, folks. Again, thank you. Much love and support. Go check out Miracat. And yeah, peace out, everyone. Oh. Sorry, hold on. I'm not there yet. Hold on a second. Let's see. Then payment PayPal. All right, hold on. Sorry. See, again, my apologies. I'm a little tired. You know what? I think you guys have earned a song. That's right. Let's play a song. You guys can leave on a high note. Let's play some pizza pie, okay? Duty loves a pizza pie. All right, pizza pie. All right, everybody.
You guys like pizza?
Peace out, everyone. Have a good day.
I know I do. I love pizza. I'm Italian. I'm disappointed that since I moved out here to the West Coast, there is not a real authentic East Coast Italian-style pizza out here. Would you like to have a pizza party with me? Mamma mia! Make it a pizza pie! Pizza pie! Felipe! Pizza pie! Turn on the ovens! Mozzarella! And delicious! Take it McDonald's and roll it out and toss it in the air! Pizza pie! Make it a pizza pie! Pizza pie! Felipe, pizza pie, pizza pie, delicious pizza pie, pizza pie, pizza pie. Turn on the ovens. Salvano cheese, Salvano greasy shit, crazy meat, weird sauce. The sauce has these big chunks of tomato that are very well seasoned, that are really good. Turn on the ovens and burn all the pizzas. Mamma mia, make it a pizza pie. Pizza pie, Felipe, pizza pie. Turn on the ovens, mozzarella, and delicious. Take it McDonald's and roll it out, nigga, toss in the air. Pizza pie, make it a pizza pie. Greasy shit, pizza pie. Felipe, pizza pie. Weird sauce, pizza pie. Delicious pizza pie. Pizza pie. Pizza pie. Mamma mia, make it a pizza pie. Pizza pie. Felipe, pizza pie. Turn on the ovens. Mozzarella and delicious. Take it a dollar, roll it out, nigga, toss in the air. Pizza pie, make it a pizza pie. Greasy shit, pizza pie. Felipe, pizza pie. Cheese, pizza pie. Delicious pizza pie. Weird sauce, pizza pie. Crazy meat, pizza pie. Turn on the ovens.
Now on to the more exotic seasonings. These seasonings are catered more towards Italians. If you're not Italian, you don't like these kind of seasonings, you don't have to use them. But I'm Italian and I love it.